Welcome everyone to session 1 of In the Shadow of Tower Silveraxe. This is an adventure for Dragonbane, but it was originally written for Old School Essentials by Jacob Fleming. We have, with this group, we have just finished going through the Valley of the Manticore, although we called it Through the Valley of the Sphinx. And now we're going to tackle this one. That one was by the same author and has a similar feel. It's a hex-crawl, has a wonderful topographical map, and lots of places to explore, and the players kind of dictate the plot and the course of the adventure. We've got some returning players with us, as well as a new character as well. So let's just kind of go down the line. We are without one of our characters tonight. Krisanna the Bold is unable to join us. She will be sorely missed. But let's just start with Tev. Maybe just give us a brief introduction of Tev. Most of us know you, but what's something that if someone just started watching this, following along with our adventures, what should they know about Tev?
Yeah, Tev himself, curious catfolk or cat person, as it were, kind of tawny fur, a bit scruffy. He himself is a little bit of a scoundrel, a thief, as it were, kind of getting himself into various opportunities. His last adventure left him with some gold in his coin purse, which he was happy for, but he doesn't seem too happy about it for reasons unknown.
Yeah, we can't figure out what's going on with Tev. Tev seems preoccupied about something. How about our new character, Pippin Foxfriend? Luke, do you want to introduce Pippin?
Yeah, new and, well, not young. He's very old. Physically, Pippin is really old and wizened. He's got nice white fur, but it is not kempt. He's quite a ragged mouse. He's tiny. Even for a mouse kid, he's like just under a foot tall. He's not imposing, but he's quite smart. And only recently started adventuring because his little mouse village was destroyed, so he's new on the road. He's inseparable from his little fox friend, Reynard, who is his mount and companion, and they speak to each other as well. He's an animist mage. He's like a little bit of a mobile medic in a way, just traveling here and there, healing, but has found the big folk to journey with.
And I believe we also gave you a saddle for Reynard so that you can take advantage of the mounted combat rules should that come up.
Indeed, they're both quite fragile figures, but he could be pretty useful riding around with his magics.
Well, if we get a swarm of little spiders, we know who to send in. And we've got also the not little Circumference. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Circumference.
Yes. Circumference is, of course, a rather round dwarf. He has recently finished his quest in search of a helmet, but now he's searching for the armor. And he summoned a genie, which told him that the armor was in a tower. So now he seeks this tower. He was not the smartest before, although he slew a beast and found a collar that he now wears, and it has made his mind rather shrewd. And he is now more of a thinker when it comes to approaching problems. But he still does partake in violence, which he does enjoy, and feasting, of course.
And we have not really discussed this collar of a beast that you now wear. Will this bring out a more bestial aspect in Circumference? Remains to be seen. And last but not least, we have Orla Moonsilver. Orla, welcome back. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes, Orla is an elf, and is that a hunter?
Yes.
In this one?
Yep.
Yes, okay. She most recently had a cursed bow that was really bloodthirsty, but she has since been able to let that go without damaging herself. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, let's jump right into the adventure now. In the scenes, you should all have access to a map. This is the map right here. We begin this time on the right side of the map. This is the Gemthrone Wilderness, and we all have various reasons for coming to the Gemthrone Wilderness. This is a region that is the subject of speculation on cold nights in the glow of a tavern hearth. Some may talk of the magnificent treasures that have laid untouched for centuries in dark dungeons, just waiting to be pilfered, which is almost without fail followed by another who interjects with the dangers of such notions were such legends even to be believed. There are, however, those who do believe such tales, grizzled adventurers that know there is always some truth to even the most unbelievable stories. One just has to know what rumors to listen for. And so when we come to the Gemthrone Wilderness, it is assumed that we all have some preconceived notion of some rumors of this place. And let me roll a rumor for everyone. These are things that you might know coming into the game. And so first, this one will be for Orla. You know that no civilized races live within the Labyrinth of Shadow. It's a no-man's land of treacherous plants and animals. And we can see that the Labyrinth is this huge forest. Okay. And that's what you would have heard along the way. Now, for Circumference, you know that Miria, a learned magic user, is looking for help retrieving some artifacts of magical import. And Pippin Foxfriend, you know that hill giants roam the mountains of Gemthrone. Allegedly, a few have attacked settled lands near the dwarven city of Karn Buldar. And Tavino, you would know, if it will roll for me, there we go, that the elves who live in the forests are reclusive, and they hunt dwarves for sport. Does not bode well for Circumference.
Yikes.
And then all of you together would know that there are gems, orange in color, that are found around the region, the size of goblin fruit. And perhaps that is what brought you here. Now, we start our journey in the town of Karn Buldar. We have just arrived, and I've got a little map of Karn Buldar. Let me take us there. We start over here on the western side, and we can see the Traveler's Inn just up ahead and to our right. This city dwells on the southern slopes of Mount Sergili. It's a walled town and has a population of roughly 400 dwarves. It's a busy place where on most days the streets are bustling with its citizens going about their various businesses. And over the clamor coming from the blacksmith and the crafter's quarter and the hagglers in the marketplace, the rushing waters of the Amethyst River flows under stone bridges. Through the canal bisecting the town, and above the gates stout guards keep watch for approaching troubles. Well, as we approach the Traveler's Inn, this is a modest inn that's just outside the western gate, and it's welcoming to all travelers, even in the early hours of the night. We also can see a leather worker just to the side of us. And you can smell that boiled leather and hear the sounds coming from there. And the smell of boiled leather is unpleasant. And so as you walk in, you're thinking, let's go get a bite at the Traveler's Inn, and then you get this whiff of leather. That's just terrible. And you can see a dwarven leathersmith out there working. It's a female dwarf, and I'm sure the Circumference has seen female dwarves before and could easily tell this is a female, but for the rest of you, it may be a little difficult. The beard is just as pronounced as that of Circumference. As you approach, you can also see the stables just across from the inn, and you can see that there are several mules tied up outside the stables, as well as some carts. And then you see the great gate that lies before you. Where do you go from here? You've just arrived in this town. This is your first stop in the Gemthrone Wilderness. And you have some ideas of what to find in this wilderness, but maybe some of what you've been told is simply legend and not exactly truth. So where do you go from here?
Well, Circumference would be interested in conversing with the fellow dwarf, someone with a bit of sense, perhaps.
Over at the leatherworker?
Yes, he has some questions about the town.
As you approach, you hear this stream of profanities in the deep, dwarven dialect, and when you hear it, it instantly reminds you of your mother, like, ah, my sweet mum. But she's complaining about the heat and the stench and everything else, and she turns and sees you, and she says, "You're the fattest thing I've ever seen. My, what birthed you?
Yes,
Some
thank
great
you.
beast?"
Oh, no, I work hard to maintain my shape. Yes, I have to eat quite a bit, but no, I see yourself. You are just as round as you are tall. Very nice to meet you.
Oh, you're a charmer, ain't you? You know how to turn a girl's eye. Well, I'm Jacinda. Very, very pleased to meet you. And she holds out a hand that is wearing a leather glove, and this glove is covered in oil and grease and whatever she's been scrubbing the leather with. You probably know it's typically done with animals' brains. It seems to tan the leather really nice. But she holds out her hand in a friendly gesture.
Yes, well, it just so happens my hand, too, is covered with greases and oil. I will give them a handshake.
As you clasp, the oils and greases squish together very unpleasantly to most folk. To you, it's probably just fine. And she gives you a very firm grip. This is no dainty elven woman, this like Orla. This is a stout dwarven lass. Have you come seeking anything? I've the finest leather bags and coats, and I've not armor to fit you, sir, but you look like you're well armored.
Yes, well, it is, in fact, armor is the reason I come, but no armor made in any days of recent tale. No, I seek an ancient set of armor, but more importantly, I seek a sorceress. Mira, I believe, was her name. I heard rumor that she might be living here, and that perhaps she might know more about this armor's magic qualities, which I seek.
Oh, aye. Miria, the mage in town. She's looking to hire some adventurers for some errand involving gems or some such. If you wish to find her, why, head down to the southern part of town. You'll find her down there. Let me mark her location on the map. But what do you want to do with them magic users? Give me a stout hammer and a carving knife. I'll cut through anyone just as well as someone using their words and feelings.
Aye. Well, that's that too. But more importantly, I seek another thing. The travelers in here, is its food any good, or is there better places to find a meal here in town?
Well, it's passable. You won't find the ends of worms or slugs or things like that. Things that makes a gal feel at home in the ground. No, you'll find, grains and things like that there. Vegetables and whatnot. Ugh. Sometimes they'll have a joint of meat that you might be able to gnaw on, but tell them old Jacinda sent you, and I'm sure they'll treat you right.
Very well. You've been very kind. I should call on you again if I need your services. Thank you.
Yeah, well, if you have need of my services, definitely call upon me, or should you be bored and fancy a wrestle, I'm your gal.
Yes, thank you.
The rest of you probably look on with horror at this awkward dwarven flirting that the two of them are doing. The travelers in, you see a few people coming in and out. Most of them are short. The door, however, is large enough to accommodate a fully grown human, so no need to stoop. Even though this is a dwarven city, they accommodate all at the travelers inn. Do you head there next?
Food sounds good.
One thing I should mention, Orla, if you still carry that breathing stone, I wouldn't let another dwarf see you carrying it. They're rather sensitive about those sort of things.
Oh. Thank you. I'll keep it hidden.
You head into the Travelers Inn, and it's like any inn anywhere in the world. When you go in, you hear the sounds of people drinking and the sounds of laughter and of rumors being shared. You are greeted by a lovely dwarven owner here at the Travelers Inn. His name is Vanderfist. He comes out, he's bald on top, he's got a beard that's been braided in 2 braids that run down either side of his face like great mutton chops, and he has an apron on that is just bespeckled with bits of food and grime and soaked through with ale. And he comes up, wiping his hands on his pants. "Oh, welcome, you're new here, aye?"
Yes.
"Yes. We don't get many of your kind around here, but you're more than welcome. I've set aside a little wine, if that's more your fancy than the ale that this lout here drinks." And he points over at some drunk dwarf sitting on a bench near the bar. "Would wine suit you?"
What kind of wine is this?
"We have both kinds, red and magenta."
They really know their stuff here.
Yes.
Yeah.
The finest in our cellar.
Fancy. I'll take some magenta wine.
Ooh. Well, that's just red that's been concentrated a bit, but I think you'll like it. It might still have a little pulp in it. I mashed the grapes with my own feet, you see.
Oh, delicious.
Yes, very hearty. What about... Oh, look at you, little master. And he looks down at Pippin, kind of stoops down, bending low, and his beard hangs down, tickling Reynard's nose. "I've never seen your kind before. What do you drink? I assume you like cheese, but which I can provide. But drink, what do your kind favor?"
You hear cheese, and his eyes go wide, and he says, "Oh well, that's the problem. I can't really drink the big folks' ale because I can hardly take a drop before I'm incapacitated. But cheese, I would be delighted."
"I'll get you some cheese, a nice hearty piece, and perhaps a thimbleful of dwarven ale."
"Ooh, you tempt me. Sure, I'll try it. Thank you, sir."
Excellent. And you, he looks at Tev, what would you be drinking?
What sort of ale do you have?
"Oh, we've a fine selection of ale. We've pale ales, dark ales, stouts, meads, beer, whatever you like. We can tickle your fancy as well."
Whatever your most common ale is.
That would be Karn Buldar's finest. I'll fetch it for you now." And then he looks at Circumference. "You look like a mead man, if I'm not mistaken."
I'll have some. Whatever you're serving, just give it to me now.
"Aye, I'll be back. Find yourself a table. There's a lovely one over there near the hearth." And you see this table all by itself, but most of the tables in here are filled with at least a couple of people. Some are larger and smaller, but there's one that would suit the 4 of you just fine. He looks down at Reynard and says, "Your dog ain't gonna bite, is he?" "Little mouse, your dog, he won't be biting at the ankles now, will he?" And he's talking to Pippin.
Excuse me, I had to answer the door really quickly. What was that?
I'm sorry. He says, your little dog doesn't bite, does it?"
Oh no, as you can see, he's perfectly behaved. We're good friends. He'll listen to me. It won't be a problem.
"Just mind his big fluffy tail don't get too near the hearth. Sparks spit out from there from time to time. I'd hate for him to, get a little hot around the collar, if you know what I mean. Go find yourself a seat. I'll be right back." And as you sit, many of the people in here turn and look at you. They don't stop their conversations, but they take notice of you. They see Circumference and probably give a little tap on the nose, and most of them gawk at Orla and Pippin. And Tev, they look at with kind of a little bit of curiosity, and they're stroking their beards, trying to make out exactly what you are. They clearly don't see a lot of non-dwarves here, but not enough that they stop their conversations and prod. But most seem very friendly, and not long after you've sat down, Vander comes back with a tray, and he puts a glass of this magenta wine. It looks very thick, and you can see there's a little pulp in it, as well as a huge mug of dwarven mead and a little bit of the house ale for Tev, and then he has a little thimble. And in the thimble, it's got a little frothy head on it. He sets it down, and then he puts down a huge platter with bread and cheese. And some of the cheese has been broken into small pieces that Pippin would be able to manage all by himself without needing to cut any off of the larger wedges. And he sets it down, and says, "If you need anything, Vander's your man." And he leaves you to your drinks. Now, while you're sat and enjoying your drinks, you hear some conversation. One of that is a pair of dwarves are sat next to the table, and you can't help but overhear because they're being so loud. And the one says, "Did you hear about the troll?" The other says, "Oh, I did. It attacked the ranch over near over near Amethyst. Aye, it did. I hear that the guards in town pay a bounty on troll heads. Ooh, it's easy money." "No, it's not easy. What are you talking about, you idiot? Trolls ain't easy." "Yeah, but what about old Bulgrun?" And they look around the tavern, and they don't. It looks like they don't recognize whoever they're looking for. What about him?" "Well, you hear about his treasure map that hangs on his parlor wall?" "Oh no, I've heard no such thing." "Well, your Bulgrin's got a bit of the adventure in him, and well, that treasure might be easier than chopping the heads off of dwarves." "Oh, you mind your business. We're too old for that. Too old for that, I say." Yet you hear these rumors about a troll down near Amethyst Lake, as well as Bulgrin, a retired miner here in the inn that sounds like he has a treasure map on the wall of his home. Circumference, as a dwarf, what would your reaction or response to that be?
Yes, well, Circumference would turn to them and say, gentlemen, have you ever tasted troll before? I don't think I've ever fought one myself."
"I've never had troll, no, sir. They're horrible things. I'm sure a troll has tasted a dwarf before. I'm sure of that."
"Well, I can't say that I've tasted one either, but perhaps I could change that. Where did you say these trolls were?"
There's a ranch south of here. There's a lake called Amethyst Lake, and apparently the man who owns the ranch has got these troll problems. And if I take us back to our main map, you can see the Amethyst Lake on the map, and there's a little triangle that represents some sort of settlement. That is the Amethyst Lake Ranch.
That's not too far. You said someone's paying a bounty for these trolls.
Well, the folks here in town will, but I suspect the folk at the ranch might even pay more. You see, it's a little more pressing for them if they got trolls laying siege on their ranch. Now, I heard it was only one troll, not many trolls. No, it was many trolls, is what I heard. Well, either way.
What have I heard about trolls before? What do I know of them?
Yeah, give me a beast lore roll. Well, you probably know that trolls maybe they live under bridges. You've heard stories about that. Do you push that roll?
No, but I'm sure they're tasty.
Apparently they're large, and so maybe there's a lot of meat on their bones. Yeah, and Orla, you know that they're just nasty creatures. They're not rational thinkers. All they think about is killing and eating anything they can lay their hands upon.
Okay.
Now, Pippin Foxfriend, have you ever encountered a troll before?
No, and in fact, I think it makes sense he might try to learn more about them because he's utterly terrified. Hear that rumor about hill giants. Circumference is massive to this poor mousekin. So trolls, the thought of it just terrifies him.
Well, you know there are many types of trolls, and because anything that's scary, you try to learn as much about it as you can so you can avoid it. And you know that there are trolls in the world that can be somewhat that have mastered speech and that maybe talk, and in fact some that might even wear clothes and hide in certain disguises. But that sounds more like a fairy tale. You suspect the truth is more of what you've been told by older mouse folk, that trolls are great green beasts that live near swampy water. They eat everything they can get their hands on, and it's said that they have remarkable healing properties. So it would make sense that there might be a troll near this lake. Now, outside of the game, since this is an OSE, Old School Essentials game, they don't have trolls like the Dragonbane trolls, which were, there's mountain trolls, cave trolls. These are more like the trolls in like D&D, what you might think of as a troll there, that they regenerate health. And they do have a weakness, but Pippin, you're not sure what that weakness might be. How about Tev? Do you want to make a beast lore roll? See what you know about trolls?
Oh, probably won't go well, but we will find out. See what he remembers, I guess you could say. Given his decrease in thoughts. Yeah, as I suspected, he knows absolutely nothing.
Yep, nope. Trolls, you think they're probably related to dwarves, but you don't say that out loud because you're surrounded by dwarves.
Pretty much. Makes sense, there's a ton of them here.
Yep, absolutely.
Tev, are you okay? You seem a bit absent-minded there.
Oh, I was just thinking about the Tavern Keep's advice in keeping my tail away from the fire.
Ah, yes. Ah, okay.
Let's go back into the Karn Buldar map. So you've heard a couple of rumors. In fact, we have three things here in town we can go off of. One is Miria, the mage in town, that's looking to hire adventurers for some errand involving gems or some such, as well as Bullgroom, this retired miner that apparently has a treasure map framed on his wall, as well as a troll or trolls have attacked the ranch near the lake to the south, and it seems like there's a bounty on the heads there. You overhear someone speaking as well. They come in and they're covered in grime from the road, and they set down their pack, and a few others go over and talk to them, and you hear just a snippet of their conversation before they the sounds of that conversation are lost in the background noise. But something about strange lights were seen at night glowing in the labyrinth forest. At night, that forest has been dark for ages, but now it seems as though someone has seen strange lights in the forest. And if we look back at that map, we can see the labyrinth of shadows, and there is a tower in the middle, and perhaps lights are coming from that tower.
Ooh.
So just like in the previous adventure, through the Valley of the Sphinx, we now have a couple of leads, and these may be things that take the entire campaign, or things that we just do as missions here and there. But the choice is yours, what you want to follow and where you want to go. Let's go back to the town map, and we'll put us back here at the Traveler's Inn. After you've enjoyed your meal, your drink and your food, do you head into town? Sounds like Circumference, you have maybe a desire to meet with Miria down at the southern part of town.
Yes, perhaps it'd be good if we split up and we meet back at the center of town once we've gone about our businesses.
Yeah, you didn't tell me you were looking for a mage.
Yes, I simply have some questions about a particular set of armor I seek. You're welcome to join me if you wish to visit with them.
Yeah, I'll join you. I remember you talking about this armor.
Is there anything that Pippin or Orla would like to do in town? You're not sure what the town has to offer, but as you go in and explore, you may find things that could be to your liking. There's certainly going to be a market, probably a temple, as well as maybe other drinking halls or things like that.
I would most like to speak with this mage as well. She may teach me a thing or two. What do you know?
I'm trying to think of what she would want to do. Maybe she'll go to the market. There's a lot of gold. She can scope stuff out.
Yeah. As you come up to the walls, you can see, first and foremost, there are some guard barracks. And these guards keep watch over the town from their posts with multiple shift changes. At any given time, there's at least 8 guards on duty, 2 at each gate and 4 on patrol. The captain of the guard is a no-nonsense dwarf named Udlad. Put his name in here. And you see that's off to the left. To the right, you see the outdoor market. This is for produce, other local delicacies. This open-air market is open dawn to dusk, except on the temple day, but that's not today. As you pass through, you can see, Orla, that just beyond the market, there's a bridge that you can cross over the Amethyst River, but just south, before you cross the bridge, you can see a sign of what looks like is a general store down there.
Ooh.
Do you want to head down there?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna put Orla down there at the general store, and then let's put I'll put Tev, Pippin. Pippin's so small. Circumference right there.
This guy.
Tev, Circumference, and Pippin. When you cross the bridge, you can see up to your left there is a large pavilion, and the pavilion it's an amphitheater, and this is where if there were public meetings or plays, they might have something here that you could see, but currently there's nothing going on. Just ahead of you, you can see a large building. This is the temple and library. This is where you might go to hear a sermon on the gods and the virtues of being lawful. And then there is a time scheduled for the airing of grievances, which is a local tradition. And many of the townsfolk can go on for hours in the airing of grievances. Now, just to the right, you see Diamond Genie's Tavern. And this is a lively tavern where the locals gather after the workday ends. And just beyond that is the clan hall. And then the mage's home is marked on there as well. Do you want to stop anywhere on the way to the mage's home?
I mean, Tev's just looking around, but probably won't stop by unless some commotion occurs. Seems pretty chill right now.
Circumference just wants to get to this mage and get his questions sorted out as soon as he can.
What about Pippin? Just follow the others?
Yeah, no, Pippin's the same. Plus, he does not want to be alone in this town full of huge people.
Right.
I mean, Tev is surprised that dwarves like plays. Like, he sees the pavilion and is like, you entertain yourselves? I never thought the thing. What kind of plays do you do?
Just fist fights.
Yeah, Circumference, what kind of plays would dwarves hold?
Yes, well, mostly wrestling matches, arm wrestling matches, fist fights, that sort of thing.
Oh. Tev says, very surprised, thinking that it was actually going to be something like plays and musicals.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not anything intellectual. As you head down toward the mage's domicile, you see it's a very small and humble structure. It looks kind of old and worn down from the outside, but there's a sign that's hanging over. It doesn't have any words or lettering on it, but it has a cauldron on it. And the door is locked, but there's a bell just outside, and in very spidery letters is written on a small plaque. It says ring.
Well then.
Do you ring the bell?
About to say, I feel like if it's a staring contest, eventually Tev will ring the bell. Not sure.
They're all standing and waiting, like, what do we do? What is
Can't
this?
quite reach it.
Yeah, I guess Tev would be perhaps the tallest, I suppose.
And it is
Maybe.
tall. In fact, does not look like a dwarven home. The door is larger, probably a 7-foot tall door. The handle for a dwarf would be, at a kind of an uncomfortable high level, almost at eye level, to get that door open. And there's no way that Pippin could reach that. But as you ring the bell, almost instantly, Miria comes to the door. And Miria is not a dwarf. Miria is a human. And her name is Miria Cadrith, is what she introduces herself as. And she says, strangers in town, I've not seen you before. Have you brought crystals? I pay for any crystals found in the ruins in this region.
Tev motioned towards circumference.
Well, I don't have any crystals on me, no, but I certainly would be willing to sell you any that I come across. No, but I have some questions concerning magical items. I thought you might be of help.
Yes, I can identify magical items. I can tell you information about them. Anything that you might need. But should you find any large orange crystals, please bring them to me. They are not mere gems. They are crystals of great power. Now,
Yes, I will keep that in mind.
what is this magic item you wish to show me?
Well, there's a few magic items which I possess I wouldn't mind learning more about, but perhaps we could do that first and then get down to business.
Yes, well, what would you like to show me?
Well, for most part, this ring that I acquired in a faraway land, it is a magical ring. I used it with my mind, the power of my mind, which is very shrewd, may I tell you, to summon a spirit, a genie of sorts, that granted me a wish, but I've been thinking of using it again, but I suppose it might be a good idea to learn if there's any unforeseen consequences if I were to use the ring's magic again.
Are you bluffing me? Are you putting me on? You say this ring summoned a genie.
I would not lie to you. Of course I'm telling the truth.
Well, let me see it. And she holds out her hand.
For what it's worth, I was there too.
And you
Yes.
you agree this is what happened?
I don't know what it was, but it definitely seemed to come from that ring. I don't know dwarves to summon strange creatures.
No, maybe strange odors, but not strange creatures.
Oh, yes, thank you for noticing.
Yes. Please, may I see the ring? And she holds out her hand.
Certainly. Circumference will get it off his finger, though it's a bit of a struggle given that he's eaten quite a bit since he last put it on, and some more rolls of fat have grown up on his finger and make it difficult to slide it off.
In fact, you put your finger in your ear and get some waxy emollients there and rub it around your finger, then can slide the ring off of your finger. And you hand it to her, and she gives you a look of just utter disgust, like, ugh, dwarves.
I mean,
And-
Tev's making the same face.
Right? And she looks at it, and she holds her hand over it, and you hear her intoning the words of a spell. And she says, this is indeed magical. Let me investigate this a little bit further. And she pulls out a magnifying glass, and she's studying and looking at it and speaking other words of command, words of spell. And she says, you are correct. This ring bears magic, and of a most irregular sort. You say this summons a genie. I've no experience with them, but it is not uncommon to summon other things from realms and planes that are different from ours. I would urge you to be cautious about this. The lore of genies is strange. It is said that they offer wishes. Well, you must know that these wishes come with a cost. Oftentimes there is a limit to what you can ask, and should you exceed that limit, well, the genie is no longer beholden to you and has no need to answer your call again. In fact, it may strike you with some malevolence if you're not careful. So do use all caution with this. If you're looking to sell this, I will not buy this from you. I have no desire for such. And she hands it back.
Yes, well, thank you. I believe my friend here also had a ring of which he was wishing to get some answers about.
Yes, she holds out her hand. Can you show me this ring?
Yes. Tev kind of holds out his paw, kind of showing the ring.
No, take it off, please.
I'd rather not, if you can just look at it.
Oh, very well. And she takes your hand, and she recoils instantly as soon as her hand touches the ring. And she looks at you. What have you brought here to me? And she looks at Circumference and back to Tev. The two of you. Is this some sort of collusion?
I didn't bring it willingly, if that's what you mean.
You both bear the same ring, only I sense one is filled with charge and the other, the charge is spent.
Well, they did come from the same place.
Yes, I fear that whatever happened to cause that ring to be placed upon your finger, it will not come off easily, if I'm not mistaken. I think that
But it's not possible.
Well, did you find that ring by itself, or was someone bearing that ring?
Tev makes the face of, not just by itself.
She says, well, your ring could once summon a genie as well, but I fear that its previous owner asked too much. And now that ring carries with it a terrible price. No, I will not buy that ring from you for any cost.
I don't want to sell it. How do I get it off?
Well, I suppose with a knife, perhaps? Or...
Really? You're a mage, and that's what you give me?
Look, I have my ways. And she cracks her knuckles. I can try, but this is a very taxing spell. It will cost you. It will cost you dearly.
In gold? I have gold.
No, I do not wish gold. I wish a gem, a crystal of power. You'll find them throughout the Gemthrone Wilderness. Bring me one of these crystals of power, and we have a deal.
Good.
It is said that there may be mechanisms within dungeons that use these powers of crystals. It is for that reason I seek them. Should you find one, bring it to me first. Do not waste it to satisfy mere curiosity.
This seems amenable, although I wish you would just take my gold.
Oh, I fear your gold may be just as cursed as that ring. I would not take your gold.
Tev rolls his eyes and kind of walks over and kind of stands near the door waiting. Not very happy with her.
She looks at Pippin. And you, little one. Do you have something you wish for me to identify, or perhaps you wish to make a purchase?
Oh, well, I have a request, certainly. No curses, no gold, nothing of the sort. I am a bit of a mage myself, though, and I hear you want those crystals. Perhaps if we do bring some back to you, you might tell me what you know of any grimoires that might be located, or just perhaps some knowledge yourself. Just anything of the sort. I'm just a scholar.
If you bring back a crystal, I will teach you something very precious, something taught to me by my master, and with whom I have never shared it before. But as you can see, my desire for these crystals is great, that I will risk my own life to help your friend with his problem. He does not realize, but I may be required to do battle with a demon of terrible power, should my spell be unsuccessful. But I will also teach you some of the ways of my master, if you bring me one of those crystals.
Yes, they must be most dear to you. It is a deal I would love to learn.
Wonderful, wonderful. Then may you go with the blessings of Maestra, the goddess of magic. May she watch over all of you, keep you safe and well. And then she gives kind of a little evil eye ward to Tev, holds out her hand in a little magical gesture. Yes, go in peace, all of you.
Tev scoffs and just walks out.
And
before we go, I have more questions.
as Tev walks out, you see her breathe a sigh of relief as though a great weight has been lifted from her shoulders. Yes, what are your questions, dwarf?
2 questions. First, I came to these lands seeking a set of armor. That is the only question for which I've asked this genie was to know the location of this armor.
Did he tell you it was here?
Yes, he told me it resided in the tower, the one I believe to be in the center of that forest.
The Tower of the Builders.
I don't remember what it was called. It was a long time ago. But I do remember it said the armor was in a tower in this region.
Well, the tower goes by many names. The Tower of the Builders, the Tower of Shadow. But there is a tower deep within the labyrinth. And I'll take us to the player map. And you can see, here's the tower here. There's a tower deep within the labyrinth. It is said that the builders, those first sentient beings who built that structure, they have been lost to time. But that Tower of the Builders, they were unlike any intelligent being alive today. From artifacts, self-portraiture, they appear as tall, lithe, genderless beings. Strangest of all, they had 3 eyes. And we have 3 moons in our night sky. Is that perhaps some coincidence? This armor you seek, if it is there, I wish you all the best of luck. The Labyrinth of Shadows is no mere forest, nothing to be trifled with. It is a dangerous place.
Yes, I've heard some rumors about it, but I'm sure that we can overcome it.
Well, many have said that before, and I have not heard of any that have been able to make it to the tower. Although there is rumor spreading around town. I know not if it's true or not, but I hear that a group of savage brigands known as the Silveraxe are rumored to have set up shop within the Labyrinth of Shadows. No civilized races live within the labyrinth. It's a no man's land of treacherous plants and animals, so I fear those brigands will meet a swift end should they choose to dwell there.
Yes, well, thank you for your advice, and in return I will hand her a piece of gold.
Oh. Thank you. May all the blessings of the gods and goddesses go with you.
Yes, and one final question. Do you sell scrolls and potions? Are you an alchemist of any means?
Well, I am only the best alchemist in town, if you must know. What sort of potions do you wish?
Well, I think that perhaps a healing potion, maybe 2, and if you have a scroll of dispel, I would be willing to buy it from you.
I have healing potions. 50 gold, and that potion is yours. If you want something a little stronger, I can sell you something a little stronger. I've some potions that will heal even more, but I'm afraid the price is more as well. And she sets out a greater healing potion. She says, for 100 gold, you may have this. This will heal half as much as, again, as the healing potion itself. So 3d6 instead of 2d6. And I've one of these, should you need the best healing, a supreme healing potion. 200 gold. This is like drinking 2 potions at once and heals 4d6.
Well, perhaps you could give me a discount. I would only need a very little tiny bottle. I'm not sure Pippin would need very much.
Well, I could ration some out into a smaller bottle, I suppose, but it takes a lot of time to acquire the ingredients. Give me a bartering roll. Yeah, the time required is such that I don't know if I can budge on my price. I've got to pay the rent, and the economy being what it is, times are hard. Look, perhaps you'd be interested in this potion here, a potion of invisibility. Make you instantly vanish from the sight of those around you. 50 gold, and that is yours.
Oh, no, I like my enemies to see the mound of heroism that's about to hit them when I charge at them.
Well, if that's the case, perhaps you would like something more towards your strengths. I have a potion of leaping that will allow you to leap great distances, or a potion of haste that will allow you to move with great rapidity.
Yes, perhaps a potion of haste. I would take that.
And she pulls a potion out from I'm going to say a dwarf and a drawer at the same time. It's coming out dwarf. Pulls it out of a drawer. She says it's 150 gold. Very pricey, but this will boost your metabolism, granting you an increase to your movement rate. And in combat, you can swing twice as fast. You can draw 2 cards in combat and attack twice. Although I must warn you, at the end of the effects, you will become exhausted.
That is fine. I will make you an offer. How about 210 gold for a smaller healing potion, one that would suit a mouse, a potion of haste, and if you have it, a scroll of dispel.
Well, I do have a scroll of dispel. Although it's quite old, it's a tablet, and she pulls out this tablet. Clay tablet. She says, you simply read the words, break the tablet, and the spell is released. But this, I'm afraid, goes for far more than you're asking. That's 150. If you wanted the haste, it'd be another 150. For 300, I would throw in the potion of healing. You could have this tablet of dispel, the potion of haste, and a potion of healing would be on the house for 300 gold.
Yes, I will need to go and get some more of my gold, but I can do 300 gold for these 3 items.
Now, the tablet, the dispel, I'm afraid it's only at the lowest level of this spell. It is used to dispel simple things. If you're thinking of using this on your friend, this is not strong enough.
Oh no, I have another use for it. I was going to gift it to Pippin here. I figured, since he's a mage, it's a good spell to have, and if I get myself into trouble, I'd much like him to know how to cast it.
Well, if he's a mage, he could learn that spell from that tablet, assuming he can read it.
You can read, can't you, Pippin?
Yes, I'm quite learned in the readings.
Well, there you have it. 300 gold.
Very good. And she hands over the potion of haste, a potion of healing, and the tablet of dispel. Does Pippin
Well,
want to take the tablet?
Yeah, that is a generous offer. That's a very useful spell.
Yes, this tablet of dispel and a small healing potion that it would be good for you to have on you.
That is most useful. It will keep me alive, and I do know a rudimentary healing spell for you folk.
You exchange the gold for the items, and Miria wishes you the best of days, but urges you, please, if you find any of those crystals, bring them to me.
Yes, of course, I will keep you in mind if we should come across any.
Let's go back to Orla. So Orla, you make it to the general store, and as you do, you peer down one of the alleys, and you see a place that this is the crafter's quarter down here, where again more varied items could be found. But in the general store, anything that you might need to purchase, you would find here. Now, this is run by a lovely dwarf named Hendel, and that's Hendhl. Hendel Umbrador. He owns and runs this the general store here in town. All standard adventuring gear is available to purchase here. If you want weapons and armor, you need to visit Thraxil, the blacksmith, in the crafter's quarter.
Okay.
And
Is there?
Oh, sorry. Hendel says, "What can I help you with, lovely one?"
Oh, yeah. Do you have anything interesting? Things that, the run-of-the-mill people don't see.
Oh, are you talking illegal goods?
It's only illegal if you get caught.
A woman after my own heart. Look, how do I know you're not from the city government? How do I know you're not here to try and shut me down?
I'm not boring. Do I look boring?
Mm-hmm. Give me a performance roll.
Oh gosh, no, Tev wishes he was there too.
That's his strength.
Yeah, she is not a performer.
Well, this for the illicit goods. He might try to go there later.
She said, do you push it?
Sure. What should I do? Just be exhausted.
Oh, got it.
Yay!
He says, so you don't know Gorf Banderfist, Helja Emerald Eater, or Harrow Flotagern? You're not here at their behest?
But it sounds like you're speaking a totally different language.
Ah, well, I suppose I can show you what's behind the curtain. And you see behind him there's a curtain that leads back to his offices, and he pulls the curtain aside and says, "Come follow me." And he goes out and locks the front door and turns a little sign over that says "Closed, back in 10 minutes." And he leads you back into his private collection back there, and he says, "I've some amazing things here for the right price. I've a beautifully carved pipe. I've got here is the feather of a griffin, and you look at it, you're pretty sure that's a chicken feather. And look at this. I have a strangely shaped stone. I think this is magical, if I'm not mistaken. Is this the sort of things that you're looking for?"
Oh, I mean, perhaps. Would any of them do anything special?
Well, the stone might hurt someone if you throw it at them, I suppose.
I could pick that up off the ground.
Well, I've got. I don't know if this is something that you would you would like. With this river here in town, and well, sometimes things fall into the river. You know, a cart or a wagon goes over the bridge and something falls in, and well, I can go and retrieve it, and I have a special anklet that lets me do this. It's the anklet of the spheniciform. You see, when I wear this anklet, I'm able to swim and hold my breath much greater than others might be able to. And I can resist the current of the river and pick up whatever things should happen to fall off the back of a wagon. I could part with this.
For how much?
85 gold, and it's yours.
85. I'm already such a good swimmer, though.
Ooh, give me a bartering roll.
She's also not good at this.
That was a bluff too, I guess. Or are you really good at swimming?
I think I'm good at swimming. Yeah, I'm good at swimming. Yeah, we'll push it. Let's just see. She will be... Oh my goodness. Just getting mad. She starts... Oh, so close. Okay.
No, I'm perhaps this is not within your price range. Maybe this is more to your liking. And he takes out a piece of carved scrimshaw, carved from the tusk of a great sea beast, far to the north. They live where the waters are cold, and this is engraven with images and words and symbols of ancient times. One look at this and your mind will be open and expanded. Essentially, this will give you a boon on Myths and Legends roll if you possess this carved scrimshaw.
And how much would this be?
I could let this go for 15 gold. That seems fair, does it not?
What about 10?
Give me another bartering roll.
I have so much money. I'm just cheap.
10 it is.
All right, thank you.
Yes, of course.
I'll be sure to send my friends here. I think they would be interested in your wares.
Well, is there anything else, anything in particular that you're looking for? Perhaps if you let me know what it is that you seek, perhaps I can find something to suit you. Now that we've come to an agreement on some prices.
Yes. Well, I recently am in possession of a crossbow. Yes, and it's a cool crossbow. Would love some, arrows to go along with that. That perhaps have some sort of magical quality to them.
I know exactly what you speak of. I've 2 different ones that may be to your liking. I have a quiver of arrows, and these there's only 8 arrows. They have lightning bolts that glow down the shaft. They grant a boon to your crossbow's roll, and they do additional damage as a charge of lightning is released when they strike a target. Now, when you use them, they fracture, they burst. That's how the magic is released. But I would happily sell you these 8 arrows for 30 gold. Or I have a quiver of arrows of fire and ice. There's 5 arrows of fire and 5 of ice. They grant a boon to your roll as well, and they cause fire or cold damage, depending on which arrow you fire. But again, once they're shot, whether they strike successfully or not, they are spent. 30 gold will buy you one of those quivers of arrows.
Ooh, I'll take the first one.
The lightning arrows?
Yeah.
Now, I'll sell you both of them for 50 gold. It's 10 gold off the price.
10 whole gold? What about 45?
Oh, 45. I'll tell you what. 45's a little dear. Perhaps if you tell me a story. How came you by that crossbow? I'm always looking for stories.
Ooh. Oh man, that's a good question. It hasn't even been that long since I got the crossbow.
I don't remember where it was in the last adventure, but I don't remember the circumstances of how you got it. And you can totally bluff this guy.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I was fighting a horde of trolls.
A horde of trolls. Trolls, you say? Why?
Yes.
You're in the right spot. There's trolls down south near Amethyst Lake.
Oh, fabulous!
Our savior is here. Wonderful.
Yes. I'm here to save you. Had my back to the wall, as they say. The trolls, they were closing in, and then all of a sudden, a beam of light shone through the forest and illuminated this crossbow.
Oh, marvelous!
Yes, and then I picked it up, and I was able to slew all of them.
Give me a bluffing roll with a boon.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, my bluffing is 5. That's really...
It is quite the tall tale.
It is.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
He looks at you and says, "Trolls, with that crossbow, all of them? Come now, who was with you? You weren't there by yourself."
Oh, I do have traveling companions who I alluded to before.
Okay. Oh, I see. So maybe you shot one of them. Is that more...
I shot a couple. More than one.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. If anyone in town asks, I sold you these arrows because you are a well-known troll hunter, or huntress, excuse me, a troll huntress, and you are here to help the poor fellow down at the Amethyst Lake Ranch, and I had a great part to play in this, and everyone must know that I, Hendal Umberdor, I am responsible for the success that you will have. Now, when you go down to the Amethyst Lake Ranch, you'll run into a friend of mine, Storg Taggart. Storg Taggart is the one having these issues with the trolls. Tell him that you come at my behest, and you and we will share in a little bit of the glory when you slay those trolls, since clearly that's not something you have great experience with.
Yes, that sounds like something we can do.
Excellent. And should there be any, the people in town want to have some sort of festival to celebrate, you'll remember old Hendal, right?
Oh, certainly.
Wonderful. Marvelous. Well, then, we're in agreement. What did we say, 47 gold?
45.
Ah, yes, I was afraid you'd remember that. 45 gold it is. Now, you have like 800 or something gold.
That is so much gold.
When you pull out your pouch, you pull out like this giant bag of gold and start counting out pieces.
Yeah.
he just looks at you like, what? He's got his arms on his, hands on his hips, like, oh, you got the best of me. Oh, well, it was a good story. Hand over the gold.
Yes.
And he will give you the 2 quivers of arrows.
Woohoo. And I guess Orla will thank him and then go join the others.
Excellent. We meet up in the center of town.
Yes, Circumference needs to make use of the public latrines, of course.
Do you ask around where the public latrines are?
Well, they're just over there, near that bench. You'll see a couple holes cut into it. That's where you do it.
Well, that bench is right next to the river, so it just falls into the river and then gets washed away. And there's a few benches, and there's dwarves sitting there, and there's no, stalls or walls. They're just open air benches, and they're just sitting there all, hairy bum cheeks and everything. And you see a few people waiting impatiently, and so they just go a few paces to the side of that and just squat. And it's, very dwarven, very disgusting for non-dwarves, but that would be the public latrine. You meet up near the temple here in town, and just as you do, you see a few people moving about inside the temple. Gravek is the leader of the church here in Karn Boldar. And Gravik sees you all and raises his hand in greeting, and then heads into the temple to attend to his duties. Now that you have met up, you've got a couple of quests. There's these trolls, there's these gems, there's the whole labyrinth forest and the tower in the middle. Do you want to stick around in town, or do you want to head out onto the road?
Like, what time of the day is it?
Good question. It's probably maybe early afternoon, 2 or 3 o'clock.
Yeah, seems a bit late to go out into the strange country. Although Tev definitely is interested in trying to get those crystals, as he has become desperate since it's been months that he's had this ring.
And apparently the first mage you ran into wants nothing to do with it.
Yeah, not a good sign.
Yeah, that does not bode well. Now, you can, if you want a place to stay, you can stay at the Traveler's Inn. They have accommodations there. You can also, just outside of the wall, you can set up camp. There's other people will have tents, and some people just sleep out under the stars, under there on sleeping furs. But wherever you choose to stay, if you stay inside, you can't just set up a tent inside the wall, but outside would be fine, or you can go to the Traveler's Inn.
Yes, do we still have our cart and donkey, or did they perish?
I'm pretty sure they perished. You abandoned them at the statuary, I think, and I'm pretty sure they were beset upon by creatures there in the valley of the Sphinx.
Well, perhaps I'll see to buying a new cart and donkey. Perhaps we could even get a little cart fashioned for your fox there, Pippin.
That would do. He's got saddlebags as well, and it'd be nice to have a donkey to chat with.
Yes, that would be good.
If you want to buy a donkey, they are 12 gold, and they can carry 10 units of weight. They cannot be ridden. If you want to buy a cart is 15 gold, so 27 gold for a donkey and a cart. That can carry 2 people and 50 units of weight.
How much for a full wagon?
A wagon. Let's take a look.
30. I was actually looking it up.
Nice. Yeah, 30 for a wagon. And that is 2 horses or 2 donkeys. That can carry 4 people and 100 units of weight.
Well,
So
what do you think, Tev?
54 to get 2 donkeys and a wagon.
You think you could talk him down? I think a wagon would suit us well. We have a lot of loot we'll need to carry with us.
Yes, I might as well improve my comfort while I can. And Tev will agree on trying to negotiate and whatnot, although he's sorely tempted just to throw gold at the problem.
Well, Orla's like Fort Knox over there. She's got a bag of gold that weighs like 25 pounds.
Yeah, Tev's not too far from that, frankly, I think, but I don't know if Orla has more than him. I don't think he's counted or asked.
Meanwhile, Pippin's probably got like 2 silver to his name.
That's precisely my gold. I have 2 silver. That's it. That's my value.
Yes, you made some rich friends.
It's quite jarring.
So yes, I guess we will try to go and purchase a donkey and a wagon.
Okay. You go over to the stables. There you are. The smell is actually better at the stables than it is at the leather shop. Creel Colbraid, the dwarf that runs this, and Creel sees you approaching. Get his name in here, Colbraid. He sees you approaching the stables, and he goes and grabs a stable boy. Bring out the donkeys. And he comes out leading a few donkeys, and Creel immediately jumps into his best shrewd trader talk. Welcome, gentlemen and lady. Come, look at the teeth on this fine animal. You need a donkey? You don't want to carry all that stuff yourself. No, let this poor beast do it yourself. 4 donkey? Well, I don't know if you need a donkey. He looks at Pippin. You seem to have a mount, but, perhaps a wagon or a cart. If you're a stagecoach, if you're feeling like traveling in luxury. Of course, we don't have any of those, but I can order one in if you like. What can I do for you?
Stagecoach seems too much, especially for out here.
Yeah, you'd make it. You could travel on the roads with that. In fact, same with the wagon. You'll struggle to move through the forest with the wagon, but there's a lot of roads on the map. It'd be no problem for the wagon.
Well, my dwarf friend here and I and my traveling fellows wish to travel more comfortably. It seems like this wagon may do, and these donkeys. Tev will just kind of walk past them, looking as if he knows anything about donkeys.
Ooh, nice. Pippin.
I was just looking at that and I accidentally clicked it, but...
Oh, do you go and talk to them?
I did have a question for one of the donkeys, yeah.
So you succeed on casting the spell if you want to talk to the donkey. As Tev is over here, pointing out the flaws. Like this one, that leg's a little longer than the other one. He's gonna walk in circles and good teeth. This one doesn't look good at all. And the poor guy Creel is looking very dejected, like he didn't think someone would come here and try and negotiate down. Pippin, what do you ask one of the donkeys?
Yeah, he just asked the donkey, does this fellow treat you well?
And the donkey looks at you, and it does. So you can ask a number of questions equal to your power level, which is 1. So you can ask basically that one question. The donkey tells you, yes, he feeds me, he gives me water. He keeps me orderly. He whips me harder than anyone else, and I take that as a sign of great respect.
Yes. Well, sir, I mean, it seems like you ride them quite hard. Do you? Does that wear on them?
Well,
does that help with the bartering? I don't know.
So that will grant a boon. He says, "Oh, they're beasts of burden. They're not people like you and I. They don't complain. I feed them, I water them, I keep them in line. It's as easy as that. Look, do you want them to pull your cart or tell you a bedtime story? These are beasts. These are not civilized folk."
Well, no, he can speak to me just as fine as anybody. But I'm a special case. As it is, you might find it funny. He does quite appreciate you as it is. But really? I don't know. I don't know if that makes for a good beast, as it were.
Well, this one here, yes. Now that I think about it, this one here is the longest. The hardest worker, the most long-suffering beast I have. I've had this one pull stumps out of the ground. I have. I put myself and my kids upon his back, and he doesn't even groan in protest. Well, he used to, but he doesn't anymore. I taught him the error of his ways. Yes, this here is a fine beast. I could let you have this one since he's been well broken in and trained. I think 15 gold would be a fair price for this beast. And now, Tev, if you want to make a bartering roll with a boon, I'll let you do that. Oh, thank goodness for the boon.
Yeah, I know, right?
He says, but your friend here seems to have an eye for animals. Perhaps 15's a little high. I suppose I could go as low as 12.
And a wagon?
Well, if you want a wagon, you'll need 2 of these beasts. I could do 2 of them for 25 gold. And a wagon... Oh, I've really only one, and I do use it often. I'd kind of hate to let it go. 45 gold, you could have the wagon. And you know that's 50% more than what a wagon would cost.
Yeah, so I'll turn to Circumference and it's like, do you feel like this dwarf is being honorable?
45 gold for a wagon seems a bit steep. Remember that merchant in the desert? We threatened to cut his legs off if he lied to us.
Wait, what?
Good time.
What was this? What? Merchant?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry, fellow dwarf.
Did I say for you? Excuse me. I didn't allow myself to elucidate further. For most folk, 45 gold would be the asking rate, but for slayers such as yourself, I think we could go 35.
I guess in the middle of nowhere, that does seem fair.
So 35 for the wagon, and then we said, 25 for the beasts? So that would be 60 gold, if I'm not mistaken.
That does sound right.
And he rubs his hands together excitedly.
Yes, 60 gold, and if the wagon fails, we'll only cut off one of his legs.
This wagon will not fail. Inspect it first. What's to say you don't go riding through some ditch over there and break one of the wheels? No, when it leaves the property, I guarantee it is in good riding shape. Come, do an inspection yourself, and give me a crafting roll, Circumference, as you look over the wagon. You can see that there's been a lot of wear and tear on this wagon. This has been used to haul a lot of stuff around town. The sides of the wagon, you can see the wood's a little rotted in places where he hasn't kept the paint on it to keep the water out. The back end, some of the boards could definitely need some replacing just to make it look nicer. It's got a lot of scuffing and marks on it. The wheels look okay. The seat looks a little uncomfortable. It's got a metal spring on there, kind of like a leaf spring, and that metal's all rusted.
Tev, look here. Looks like there's a bit of rust there, and I heard it's awfully hard to get used to walking with a peg leg.
Rust? No, that's not rust. That's simply tarnish. It polishes up really nice. It adds character. It makes it look like this wagon has seen many a great campaign.
I don't know. This does look like rust.
Okay.
Perhaps we'll hire the blacksmith in town to review it.
Oh, no, not necessary at all. Not necessary. He's my brother-in-law, and we don't see eye to eye. Look, maybe I can take a little off the top. We were asking 60. Maybe we go 55.
I look at Circumference just to see if there's anything more he wants to try to wriggle out of this one.
No, I think that's a fair price if you think so.
So even the market rates, you'd be looking 30 for a wagon, 24 for 2 mules would be 54. So he's making a 1 gold profit on this.
Well, and if the wagon's still fine, maybe we'll sell back to him.
Sure. As long as there's no wear and tear. I mean, I don't want this coming back with rust or scuffs or water damage or anything like that.
Oh, you're so funny. Tev will divide up the gold.
Yes, and hand it over here. Now, if you like, I can throw in some feed for the mules. 2 gold will buy enough feed for a week for them.
I'll look to Pippin on that one.
What was that?
Oh, in case they were asking if we wanted food for the animals, and so Tev will look at Pippin to see what he thinks of that.
Well, I don't know. I can forage well enough, although it is 2 mules, isn't it? They probably will want a lot. Wouldn't hurt.
You know that this area is not a desert like we have just come from. This would be a lot of grass. There would be ample places that these things could graze and range without much difficulty at all.
Yes, although if we ever riding them hard or don't have enough time to stop, they will suffer, but it's not necessary, I wouldn't say.
Well, we'll know where to get the feed if we need it.
Yeah, I've got it here. I've got barrels with oats and barley and other grains. Although this one here, she's partial to apples, I can tell you that much. You'll want to have a few apples on hand. Gets a few more miles out of her. If you like, I can deworm them before you take them.
Oh.
Well, that sounds good. We intend to stay the night, and so that will give you time to do so.
Excellent. We'll come get them in the morning, and they'll be ready for whatever marches you take them on.
Yes, very good. And this one here looks well marbled should we run out of rations.
A dwarf after my own heart. I was saving this one here for the all feast days, but I'll just buy another one.
You have rather unique customs.
Yes, well, waste not, want not, I say. And he
On that note, I'm hungry.
He will set to shoeing the mules or the donkeys and deworming them. In fact, late at night you're going to hear the sounds of the poor donkeys braying as they have been administered a medication to make them vomit and excrete any worms that might be in their system. Rather violent sounds that you hear all night long. But in the morning, the animals, they look a little weak and tired, but he shows you the piles of worms. Look at this. Look what came out of that one. And in his hands, as though he's very proud of the fact that he did this service for you.
That looks like what I coughed up this morning.
Yes. It's a bit like escargot. Now, you head over to the Traveler's Inn, I would assume, to spend the rest of the afternoon and evening there, get a room. Rooms are 1 silver each if you want a private room. For 1 gold, you could get... 1 silver each if you want the large common room. For 1 gold, you could get private rooms.
Ooh. Private room.
Yeah, I feel like Tev would splurge.
Pippin kind of pulls at his little coin pouch and looks.
Aw. Toss him a gold.
You're too kind. Thank you.
Yes, a private room, and draw me a bath as well.
The innkeeper says, there's no bath, but there's a trough out back. You're welcome to use the trough.
Ah, yes, an extra gold if you heat it up and add some suds to it.
Oh, that we can do. He actually stoops down towards Pippin and says, there's no need for you to pay so much for a private room all for yourself when you're just so little. If you don't mind and wouldn't be offended, there's a mouse hole over there in the wall, and you see a little hole that a mouse has chewed through the wall. You're welcome to stay there. There's a fine family of mice that I've been trying to catch for some time. I'm sure they don't mind if you go in there and spend the night with them. 1 copper is all I'd ask.
Pippin, far from looking offended, actually, he's like, "Oh, you folk have been most fair to me. That sounds delightful. Thank you."
Well, let it not be said that visitors aren't welcome in Karnbuldar. And you all pass the evening in peaceful quiet, other than the sound of the donkeys, with horrible gastric distress. You can all do a full rest, recover all conditions and willpower. And this is also a good place to do our full rest. Let's take about an 8-minute break, and when we get back, we will start on an adventure. So I will see you all in 8 minutes.
All right.
All right.
rescue the princess from the evil goblin. I ignore all the signs of impending danger because I'm a fighter and not some crappy ranger. 47 hit points and a high dexterity, 17 for strength. Kobolds are afraid of me, crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a medieval caper. While in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice in my fate is unspoken. I locate the lair, but it doesn't make much sense to me. I think that the DM might be out to get me. A hero in armor and truth, bards tell my legacy. The flame of my torch illuminates the enemy. I win in the battle, you win foes asunder. Deeper I venture, the deeper I wonder. The bodies pile up before me, the corpses are plunder. The deeper I venture, the deeper I wonder. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a medieval caper. And while in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice in my fate is unspoken. I drink my last potion, I charge through the open gate. The flame of the dragon tried to seal my awful fate. With a handful of dice, 5 times I roll 20. The dragon goes down, the DM no bloody. I leave with the princess, a satchel chock full of gold. We head to the tavern where my mighty tale unfolds. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a medieval caper. While in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice in my fate is unspoken. The king he honored me with the mighty crossbow. It's blessed by the elves, he said. I thank him and I go.
All right, I am back. Go ahead and sound off if you're here.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
I'm here.
Hello.
Present.
Hello.
And I'm here too.
And you're here. Excellent. We are all here. Let's jump back into the adventure. So we've just had a full night's rest at the Traveler's Inn. In the morning, we pick up our 2 donkeys and our wagon. Now we've got a good way to track this. I can either open up a journal and we keep track of what we have in the journal, or on your character sheet, if you open it up, they've added something in on the character sheets. It's on the inventory page at the bottom. You'll see storage, and you can drag stuff down to storage, and that would be essentially putting stuff in the wagon. And so if there's something you don't want to carry on your person, if you're over encumbered, just drag it all the way down to storage, and it should put it down there for you. And that, I think that's probably the easiest way to take care of the wagon. So we are now here on the map at Karn Buldar. The Amethyst Lake Ranch is just down here to the south. It is a distance, if we fly like the crow, of about 7.5 miles. But we've got this wagon, so we probably need to take these roads. And there's a couple ways we can go. We can take the road over here and go down towards the lake, and then go around the lake, and then we got to somehow cross over that little river. Or we can take the wagon along this more easterly winding road all the way down, and then back up to the ranch. What way seems best?
About to say, we don't really know the direction of these supposed crystals, really, do we? Just kind of anywhere in the region?
Somewhere in the region is what the mage said.
Well, I suppose we can help the ranch. It is nearby, and doesn't seem too out of the way, as long as the rest seem to agree.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Now, what about the route? Do we want to go more to the west, the first line I drew, or more take the roads to the east, be the longer road?
Yeah, the west seems like a more straight shot. Less chance of any trouble, probably.
Downside with the west is we have to somehow get across the Amethyst River that comes out of the lake and drains on. There may be a means to cross that with the wagon. It's difficult to say.
But to the east, we might have a chance of running into some trolls or those hill giants you talked about, Pippin.
Oh, well, certainly it's possible, but would we want that?
Well, yes, imagine how tasty a hill giant might be.
What, did you not hear it? He didn't say it was tasty.
We'd be coming down near this Mount Kozengi if we go along to the east. If we go to the west, we'd be closer to Mount Kavrib.
Could say they're on the mountains, yeah.
But as it is, we're right at the foot of Mount Sergili as well.
Ooh, yeah, we don't want to have to deal with that river. Perhaps east is wiser, yes.
Yeah.
Take the longer route.
The winding road down on elevation.
Yep.
Well, look at that.
Aha.
Nice. So, Orla, as you are leading our way with the wagon, we can travel. We stretch out along the road until we reach the bridge here that crosses over the Sergili River.
Mhm.
And as we do, you're looking around, following the map that we have. It's pretty easy because we're on the road, difficult to miss. But then you see we are having to make this switchback, this descent around this mountain pass. You can see it curving left and right as you slowly make that descent. And this will be difficult. It's mules and wagons on flat ground is fine. Climbing's okay. Going downhill, it's a little tough on the mules because they got to hold all this weight back. And so this will take definitely some finesse to do this. Now, we don't have any mishaps along the way because you're scouting the road well for us, but let me have one of you act as just a scout in general, looking out for danger. And I'll have one of you make an awareness roll.
Pippin can do that. He can ride ahead on Reynard and just keep an eye out.
Yeah, I was about to say, probably don't have Tev do it. Tev seems distracted.
He give himself a boon, too, because why not?
Nice. Excellent. Small and swift. So, the first shift of time, we get to about the bottom of the mountain. We get to about here, and as we are traveling through here, you look up ahead and you see something, and you're not sure exactly what it is, because I don't know what it is. I'm going to roll a die and see what it is that we run into. Oh, it's a number 10. Ooh.
That can't be good.
No.
Oh.
Actually, it's not bad. Okay. This is actually this will be a really good one. So, Pippin, you see... Let me roll to see how many. You see 3 tall folk, and they look like Orla. They've got pointed ears, light-colored hair. It's worn long. They wear green and brown clothes. These look like elves. Now,
Like the dwarf eating elves.
Yes, the reclusive dwarf-eating elves that we've heard so much about.
Unfortunate for these elves, they're about to meet a elf-eating dwarf.
Ooh.
Now, these elves, give me a spot hidden roll, Pippin.
Ooh,
Do you push that?
yeah, sure. Oh dear,
Ooh.
not quite.
They have some sort of emblem on a shield, and you can't quite make out what it looks like. But it looks like you see colors, red and green and yellow, but you can't quite identify what that is. But they don't seem to have noticed you directly. But you see they were on the road, and they have moved off of the road, and you don't know if that's because they're trying to avoid us or they're trying to ambush us. You can't quite tell.
Yeah, I think considering that, Pippin will just try to ride back quietly and warn everybody.
When Pippin returns to tell you of these troubles, what's everyone's response to that?
Like, oh, you're serious? I thought they were joking about the elves eating dwarves.
Well, I didn't see them eating any dwarves, but they are off to the path. It seems suspicious.
Ah, well done, Pippin. You might have found us dinner.
Oh my goodness.
Might have found you dinner.
Well, someone's getting served up.
Now, it's going to be tough to hide with a wagon and donkeys if you want to try to hide, or do you approach boldly these elves?
We could also drop the wagon and just move in on foot, but that does have its own risks. I say we just approach. They may not even be harmful at all. It's just rumors we heard.
As long as we're mindful to watch the donkeys, make sure they are not harmed.
As you begin to approach, there's no sign of these elves. And Pippin, where you saw them leave the trail, you don't catch any sign. But Reynard is sniffing the air intently, as though perhaps he detects something.
Well, they've moved on further. I suppose we could just move on as well. I don't know if you want to bother. We could track them if anybody wanted, but I don't see why.
Yeah, if they're not bothering us, let's just keep going.
As long as we keep an eye out for them if they try to follow us.
Mm-hmm.
Does seem strange.
That they would just vanish.
Yes, most strange.
The next stretch of time, I'll need another bushcraft roll, or the next shift of time as we follow the road down. Nice. We get down to down here to where there's a crossroads. This road continues on straight, but there's a side road that goes off to our right that would then turn and head back north up to the Amethyst Lake. From here, you can see Mount Kozengi, and on top of the mount, it looks as though there may be some sort of ruins up there. Mark that. This is about where we'll need to make camp for the night. The donkeys are tired. They've got a little bit of foam starting to form on their skins. You can tell they've pulled the wagon enough for today. Mostly because Circumference rides in the wagon. It's a strenuous load for any donkey. This would be a place to make camp. Now, you did see no sign of those elves as you passed by, but that doesn't mean that they have completely left you. Maybe they are following, and that thought begins to creep into especially Pippin's mind. If it's true that these elves eat dwarves, what would they think of a little mouse? Would you be the appetizer for their feast? And now that we're in the shadow of Mount Korzengi, what if there's hill giants there? We will need to set up camp. Do we have a tent, or do we...
Yes.
Yes. So one bushcraft roll can set up the tent.
Wow.
Man, rolled
That's
5
impressive.
dice and failed.
Okay.
Oh, there's a dragon.
There we go.
Nice.
So you go to set up the tent, and the first place you look at, you think this is a terrible camp. There's gravel underfoot. So you go and you search a little bit further, and then you find a small clearing. You think this will be perfect. We're a little bit off the road. You're able to get the wagon in there. It just takes you a little time. It's disheartening because you're tired. It's been a long day. You're hungry, but you do get the camp set up. Now, during this time, while the camp is getting set up, if anyone wants to hunt or forage for food, you can do so, or you can just stay here and help Orla get the campsite ready. What would Circumference be doing?
Well, Circumference is going to take out some of his Sphinx jerky and be gnawing on it while he keeps watch.
Give me a Constitution roll.
That tracks.
That's gotta be old.
Yeah, it's getting pretty old.
Fun.
In
Yeah.
fact, you maybe scrape some little fur off of it that has begun to grow.
No, that's my vegetable.
Nice. That's where you get your vitamins from. And you all watch him chew into this Sphinx jerky and recalling the encounter with the Sphinx and just thinking how nasty that must taste. But the dwarf seems to like it. What about Pippin? What do you do while Orla's getting the campsite ready?
Yeah, Pippin will go out to go forage.
Okay. That is a bushcraft roll. Ooh.
Oh, man.
Do you push that?
Yeah, he's going to listen. He needs to eat. And this is the only way he can eat is if he's foraging well.
There we go.
He's a proud mousekin of the forest. He wouldn't screw up.
Perfect. So you will find 1d3. Let me roll to see how many rations. So 1 ration worth of edible mushrooms, roots, and other plants. Maybe you find a potato or something, some sort of wild tuber that's growing. And you bring, and for you this is a feast. You bring back this giant potato back to the group. Probably not putting it anywhere close to Circumference because he might just throw this down his mouth and think nothing of it. But you do manage to find a ration. What about Tev? Are you hunting, foraging?
Regardless of his feline demeanor, I think he'd probably keep his eyes out, just kind of probably eating some of his rations, maybe pretty much just keeping an eye out, as he definitely is suspicious of those elves.
Yeah,
or trolls.
give me an awareness roll. Apparently this is troll country, so...
Yeah.
Nice. So shortly after Pippin returns with his potato, and Circumference he's finally taken his boots off and he's airing out his feet, and Orla is standing upwind, just specifically because he took his boots off. Tev, you maybe start looking around and quietly going back to the trail along the way that we came. Give me a sneaking roll as you are doing your best to reconnoiter while not being seen yourself.
Not quite.
Do you push that?
Yeah, if I suspect like I'm getting a sense of something, even if it's not there, I feel like my character would be a little bit on edge.
Yeah, and I think that would track with having the elves, suddenly leave the road.
Yeah, it's just like there's something weird. Ugh. Guess I'll do angry, getting frustrated. There we go.
Nice. It's difficult going through some of this brush here. It's a little thick in places, and you have to pick a path to not snap on twigs or tumble over rocks that might alert something to your presence. But you get up a little closer, and with your successful awareness roll, you do see 3 figures, and they're crouched low, and they're moving just off the side of the road towards where your campsite is at. And these look like the elves. Give me a spot hidden roll.
Okay. Darn those elves. Of course, not quite as good since I'm, of course, now angry at having to go through that shrubbery.
Oh, nice. Oh, no, not nice.
Yep, almost.
Yeah, the
No,
angry got you.
And probably not going to push it because there's just no point. He's frustrated, but he sees them, and that's probably enough for him at this point.
Yeah, they don't seem to have noticed you, but you can see that they're moving towards your camp, moving in that direction. Now, before they were moving the opposite direction, they were moving north, and now they've turned and are heading south. And based on the distance they are away, and by the fading light, you think about the time it gets dark is likely when they would reach your campsite.
Gotcha. I guess I will go back, going through the brush and sharing that knowledge with them. Looks like those elves might be coming our way.
Ah, yes. Dev, help me get my boots back on, please. Just slide one on.
Temple reluctantly try to push it back on.
He's got his cankles are just impressive. They're as fat as his thighs, and so you have to really fight to get that boot on. And his boots are like 2 sizes too small. He's got a really fat foot. It's like, trying to get the biscuits back into the can once you pop the can of biscuits open.
You really should have brought some of those cultists with you to do this.
Yeah,
yes,
I forgot
yes.
he's got a whole cult that follows him.
They're around in the world somewhere, just not here.
As you manage to get the one boot on, Orla, you hear a twig snap not 30 meters from your campsite.
Oh. I think she's just gonna stand up with her crossbow, just be like, who goes there?
And you hear a voice call out, Bon Matenon, and it's an elven greeting for good evening.
Oh, good evening to you.
And then in Elvish you hear them ask, we were not aware that one of our kind traveled with them.
Surprise!
Is there room at your fire for 3 hungry travelers?
What do you hunger for?
A meal and conversation.
What is your favorite meal?
Whatever you have at your fire will suffice.
This is still very vague. As long as you promise that no harm will come to anyone or anything at my camp, then perhaps.
We must be allowed to defend ourselves should you prove to be harmful to us. But we pose no threat to you.
Me specifically.
Give me a persuasion roll and add a boon since you are an elf.
A suspicion roll.
Right. They're so vague. Oh yeah, I have a Bane. Oh no.
Nice.
Oh my god, she did it.
They say, none of your party will come to any harm at our hands.
And the donkey.
And the donkey. We have news to share.
Okay. Let me go tell the team, and I will be right back. She's gonna. Is everyone kind of like by the fire, or?
Well, Pippin was definitely right next to you. He's terrified right now.
She's just gonna like scoop Pippin up, and go to the others and be like, "So, we may have some guests, but they're not gonna do anything. It's the elves from earlier." They said they have news.
What do you think, Circumference?
Well, I won't eat them as long as they don't eat me, but if they so much as try to take a nibble, I'll devour them.
There's the spirit. And she'll go grab the other and be like, "Oh, okay. You may come to the fire now. What news do you bring?"
Before you even finish saying what news do you bring, you see these three figures immediately step out of the brush. There is one female and two males, and the male introduces himself as Radilith. And he says, "Thank you for your hospitality. My name is Radilith. My party and I are but travelers, wanderers in this land, much like yourselves. If you would share your fire and your stew pot, I can tell you a tale of the Gemthrone Wilderness." And they look at Circumference, and they look you up and down, and it's almost like they're assessing livestock. Like they're, just like you were looking at those donkeys, you see them looking at Circumference. And they whisper something to themselves in Elvish, but Orla, you understand what it means. And they said that one looks dangerous.
I'll give them a look like I'm thinking which sauce would go best with them for a meal.
They approach, they don't have weapons in hand, but you do see bows on their back, and they have swords slung about their hips. And they sit down, and one of them produces a small bird. It looks like some sort of game fowl that you might find in this area, some sort of, grouse or something. And they offer it up to Orla and say, "For your stew pot." And as they sit down, you see one of their shields as they set it down, and I've got a picture of that shield. Right there.
Do I recognize this?
Yeah, give me a Myths and Legends roll.
Yes, with a boon.
With a boon. With your scrimshaw.
With the scrimshaw. Thanks, scrimshaw. Oh.
Nothing on the scrimshaw about this. But the elves, Radilith sees you admiring the shield. And he says, "Let me tell you of the Gemthrone Wilderness. For centuries, we elves have been custodians of the Tower of the Builders. Our charge has been to keep the ancient magic within there, hidden from those who might use it in the name of chaos. Unfortunately, the same magic that built the tower and the ruins in this region, it cannot be destroyed, and so we must guard it. We have tried many times to bring about an end to that temptation, but we cannot. There is a village of our kind in the Labyrinth of Shadows named Ryo Taesi. Spell that out, and I'm going to put it on the map. Ryo Taesi. Our village is built around an ancient giant oak tree known to our kind and to other denizens of the forest as Ilex, the eldest tree in the labyrinth. Ilex is central to the lawful creatures of the forest and serves as a conduit for communing with the forest spirits. We protect that great tree with our lives. And until only recently, no conflict has come to Ryotaesi in centuries. But now, that is not the case. A group of brigands and mercenaries, led by a tenacious and charismatic leader by the name of Duard Silveraxe. Write that out. Duard Silveraxe. Oh, Duard with a D. Duard Silveraxe has come. The leader of the group always goes by that moniker, Silveraxe. In addition to any other names you might give him, that's the one he prefers. It seems as though that's a custom in their group, that the leader is known as Silveraxe. Well, we choose not to speak of them unless we must, and I fear we must give you warning. No civilized person dare cross the Silveraxe. They are a secret group. They're a malicious bunch. They wouldn't think twice about murder. Their misdeeds usually entail something such as highway robbery and pillaging. That's their specialty. However, Duard, the new leader, has used to taken his status to gain more than merely wealth. He has begun combing the lands in search of legendary artifacts, the kind that are said to contain powerful magic. Our fear is that he will find them. Now, you do not look like brigands, you look like traders. No brigand would carry a wagon with horse. Nor would you have an elf amongst your number. So we felt compelled to follow and approach. We hope we did not cause you any discomfort.
Only a little.
Pippin is just trembling.
More disappointment. I was hoping we were going to get to eat you.
Eat us? Oh, have you heard the old rumor that our kind like to go and eat dwarves? There's no truth to that rumor. Trust me. Your kind would be most, and they look at your feet. Oh, you still have one foot not in a boot. Most unpalatable. No, you've nothing to fear from us as long as you intend good to the Gemthrone Wilderness. If you intend ill, much like Duard Silveraxe, then this will be the last time we speak as friends.
Oh, no, we
Brigand.
yeah, we intend no harm. In fact, we're here to harm some trolls.
Oh, well, if it's trolls you seek, Amethyst Lake is practically swimming with trolls. One has recently been disturbing the poor dwarven fellow that runs the ranch there. He's a good man, if a bit pig-headed. Storg is his name. He has a cattle ranch. He employs a number of humans, dwarves, and halflings that look for decent pay and honest work, but the ranch has a bit of a troll problem. Ever since Duard and his ilk entered the Labyrinth of Shadows, well, things have been coming out of there into the more civilized lands. A troll has come out of the labyrinth and begun to make a mess of things and make a meal out of some of the cattle, and a ranch hand or two who were out checking fences. The scene was gruesome, and most of the employees left out of fear that the troll may soon return in search of a tastier dish. I fear there's only 2 or 3 that have stayed to help poor Storg. I know if you approach him, it is said that he will definitely pay handsomely for that little problem to be done with. We've heard a rumor about Storg, and I don't know if it's true or not, but he's looking for sellswords to aid him, and that he really wants to get his hands on spider meat in bulk. Apparently he likes the stuff, although I can't see why, and they look at Circumference, although I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
I don't think I've tried that one.
No, I've not either, and I don't intend to. I don't think it's good for anyone to consume those things.
Yeah.
If it's spiders you seek, well, the labyrinth is rife with them.
Well, I suppose that tracks. No crystals, though, just trolls and spiders.
And they look at each other. We know nothing of crystals.
Well, that's unfortunate. Devil just kind of turned to the side, thinking to himself.
And then they begin to ask about you and your exploits. And you probably have a nice little scene over the fire, either telling the truth or lying about where you've come from and what you've done. But the elves are very gracious guests and let you speak before they ask questions. And they ask several questions to show that they are listening and paying attention. At no point do they dismiss, scoff at whatever tales you might tell. They seem to be very polite indeed. Very much not these elves that eat dwarves or such that you may have heard. They, as the meal finishes up, they look at Orla and say, "We are well rested. If you like, we can keep watch over your camp while the rest of you sleep."
Orla kind of glances around to gauge silently the temperature of the group. I can stay up too for part of it, for sure.
Of course.
I see. Look at your little mouse friend. See how he nods off. And Pippin, I don't know if you're tired at all, but they're clearly pointing at you as though you must be fatigued.
He is tired, but I think he'd whisper to Reynard to keep watch over him.
And they look up at the stars. It is such a lovely night. A wonderful night for good things to happen to all who see the three moons up above us. And they point out the three moons up in the sky.
Yes.
Yes, the 4 moons. I need to use the bathroom before I go to bed.
That is a moon that we do not wish to see, good dwarf.
It's true.
As long as one of us is awake.
Yeah.
I don't trust
think...
strangers.
Do elves sleep in this game?
You can do inner peace. It's kind of a type of meditation.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, during a stretch rest where you just cannot be woken up. So it's more meditative. And Circumference, how far away do you go to relieve yourself? Are you just still in the firelight, like a few steps beyond where you were, dig a little hole, or do you trudge off into the darkness?
No, I retrieve my gilded chamber pot from the wagon and just plop it down a few feet from the tent.
The elves look at one another with just a horrified look, like someone has committed a terrible social faux pas. And then the disgusting sounds start, and the elves get up and say, "We're going to go for a walk. We will be back very soon. We will return within the hour." And they head out of the campsite, and they actually head up along the road that heads up towards the Amethyst Lake.
Well, if you get bored and you're going to be up all night, I wouldn't mind if you clean this here pot out for me, so it's clean for my next use.
Oh, Pippin's got you all straight away.
As good as due, yes.
Then if you guys want to do a rest, you can. And Orla, did you say you were going to stay up?
Yeah.
Give me an awareness roll, if you would.
Oh my goodness.
Terrible roll. Let me roll a die. Oh, okay. Perfect. All right, let me see if I got a map here.
I feel like maybe she's so focused on the other elves that maybe she misses whatever is coming.
Yeah, here's our campsite in here. Let me drag your tokens on here. So maybe this rock here where I just put Tev, maybe that's the tent. There's Pippin and Reynard.
It was so small.
And I know they're so tiny. And Orla. And Orla, you fail to notice, and so it begins to approach. Reynard, give me Luke, give me an awareness roll for Reynard.
Oh yeah, he actually does have an awareness stat. Oh, and he fails.
Sleeping peacefully.
Very peaceful. Let me grab this.
It's a troll.
Yeah, from just outside the campsite, a figure begins to skulk and move through the brush.
Oh,
and I'm going to drag us into initiative, but the troll is going to go first. We're essentially caught by surprise. So let me draw for the troll. Let's see. Update participant. Initiative card 1. Perfect. All right, the troll. Oh, okay. Let me see who was, who was sleeping with their limb sticking out of the tent. Oh, circumference. So your foot. You never did put your boot on there. Your foot is sticking out of the tent, and the troll is going to begin to gnaw and chew at that exposed limb. It'll be a severed toe instead of a severed finger. So circumference, since this is essentially surprise, you cannot evade this. You can give me that Constitution roll. You are chomped for 6 points of damage. Your armor would protect you, but since it's your foot, there's no armor on your foot. So you don't lose a toe, but you will take 6 points of damage. Tev, you hear these slavering sounds as this thing's chewing on Circumference's hoof.
Yeah. Maybe somebody thought this troll was an elf, and that's what they think eats dwarves.
And I'm going to move the troll. He's down here by Circumference. Tev, you would wake up when you hear this sound. Circumference is probably, stop it. Pippin, tell your fox to quit licking my foot.
I'd probably look over and kind of see at least some sort of large, strange form, and probably jump up. And I don't know if in this situation Tev's allowed to do more, or are we still just more of a reaction sort of situation?
So now that the troll has done an attack, you can take an action. You are alert and aware that something bad has just befallen Circumference.
I mean, I feel like he'd probably shout and then try to attack whatever is attacking him, because it obviously looks like it inflicted some sort of pain.
Yeah.
I guess he will try to stab at it in between the tent coverings, as it seems like his foot's kind of sticking out of the tent. I'll turn off the obscured by tokens since we're kind of in a non-standard situation. Nice.
Roll damage.
Not
Ooh.
much. Just a tickle. It makes sense. As I'm trying to stab him, I don't get a clean shot in between the tent.
The troll goes again. This time it's sharp claws. Ooh, everyone within 2 meters. I'm going to say it's just Circumference and Tev.
Makes sense.
For right now. So I'm gonna move Tev up to here. I'm gonna put Pippin up here and right here, but it's just gonna get Tev and Circumference. So this one you can evade Circumference, or you can parry this with the shield. So Circumference, do you parry or evade this?
Yes, I will block this blow now that I'm awake.
Do you use your action, or do you have defensive? Perfect. And then Tev, do you try to evade this, or do you take this hit?
Oh, that's right. I do have fast footwork. Does that give me?
Yep. So you can use that, and you would be able to make an evade roll.
Yeah, I feel like he probably would. Let's see here. So click on it, use the willpower, and then evade. You said?
Yep. Oh, nice. So with the evade, you can move 1 square, Tev, and Circumference. With the parry, you can move yourself and the troll 1 square.
I'll probably step away.
Yes, I want to move the troll back 1 diagonally.
Okay, like up. Oh, not that far. Let me move him back. Like right up there.
Yes, right there.
Let me roll to see how much damage your shield takes. I'm pretty sure your shield is fine. Yep, your shield is fine. Pippin, fox friend. You hear the sounds of battle. You wake your little black beady eyes, and you see this troll just looming over you. This thing is massive.
Easily one of the worst things he's ever seen. Oh yeah, 'cause he's obviously quite disturbed. Might as well.
Oh, do you want the willpower back? Do you want to cast another spell, or do you want to do double the range? Which you don't really need to double the range.
Yeah, and I do have lightning flash, but I don't want to cook Circumference. So
he is wrapped in tinfoil right now.
Just a little tickle for
Nice.
you.
Better than nothing for Circumference. Circumference, your turn.
Yes, very good, Pippin, but there's no time for armor, and Circumference will leap up in his loincloth and slash at this troll.
Nice. A solid blow. Your blade cuts into him, and black blood begins to spill out. Orla, your turn.
So the troll looks like it's made of grass.
Yeah, it's some sort of swampy, nasty bog creature.
I'm trying to think. I'll try to shoot a fire arrow at it.
Okay. So you'll add a boon, and if you succeed, you'll do, so where it says additional damage, put 1d6. And that will be fire damage.
A boon. Do I uncheck quiver of lightning arrows and just keep quiver?
Oh, yeah, so just do the quiver of the fire.
Fire and ice.
Yep.
And then still with a boon?
Yep.
And then, sorry, additional damages.
1d6.
Sure.
Actually, I think the quiver's going to add, yeah, so the quiver added a boon, but that's okay. Oh, man, it was a fail anyway.
I failed.
Do you want to push that?
Yeah. Okay, so take, be disheartened again. Rough time.
Oh,
Dang
what is
it.
your crossbow skill?
Apparently not good. Let me see. Oh, it's an 8.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, yeah. We gotta improve that.
Mark off one of those arrows.
Okay.
So if you go to your... We could do this, let's see. So if you go to the quiver of arrows of fire and ice. If you right-click it and then go to description, you can edit where it says fire arrows remaining, put 4.
Okay,
And then we track it that way.
great, thank you.
Yep. And then the fox, Reynard. I think if you want to spend willpower, Pippin, you can have him attack, or if he just bolts, or whatever he would do.
Yeah. I think I will. He's definitely just gonna bolt. Yeah.
One
just
blow
use the
could
ability.
kill Reynard.
Exactly. Like any of the damage he's done would have easily knocked him down. The ability does give him death rolls, but I mean he's got 6 HP, so it's not gonna be rolling very high.
No.
So yeah. I don't actually know if I have to use willpower to have him just get out of there.
No,
but...
no, I don't think so. I think that's just if you want him to attack.
We'll just come hang out with Orla.
Welcome.
All right. Tev, you're up first.
Alrighty. Well, it's risky, but I suppose at a time like the present, he'll kind of move up to position himself to be able to try a backstab on this troll, since circumference does seem to be in range.
So then add a boon and add 1d8 on additional damage.
Yes. Oh yeah, definitely hits.
Nice.
All right, try to hit him somewhere tender.
Definitely land a solid blow. The troll will go next. The troll will regenerate 2 hit points. And he will make an attack. Foul stench. He emits a stench so foul that your last meal tries to make an appearance. All enemies within 10 meters, that's everyone, must make a constitution roll or become sickly. This cannot be evaded unless you're on the edge of the area of effect, which, go from his middle, which for Orla is. Orla, you could move away from this. But
We're all doing really well.
Yeah. Never mind. All right.
It's because we have circumference to thank for this.
Yeah, you're used to this.
Yes.
It's like taking small doses of poison periodically just to build up a
It's a
resistance.
Tuesday.
Ooh, a disemboweling swipe. The troll rakes its clawed hands at the belly of a foe within 2 meters. It's either going to be Tev or circumference. They'll deal 4d4 damage. If you take more than 10 points after armor reduces the damage, you must make a con roll or take the deep wounds injury, and this can be parried. Let me see. Is this going to be circumference or Tev? Tev. Oh, and the bad part is this cannot be guardianed because circumference is too far away. So Tev, you can parry this if you have defensive, since you've already used your action, or you can use fast footwork to try to evade this.
Yeah, I mean, fast footwork's really the only chance he's got. So he will use that, not wanting to get hit by that stuff. Definitely burning through his
Willpower.
sheer will. That is evade.
Yep. Oh, with a dragon.
Nice.
Nice.
Definitely don't want to get hit.
No, so you could move 1 square if you like.
All right. Feel like I'd kind of shift away and then a little bit closer to
Yeah, to circumference. Reynard, does he take an action?
Well, he could trade with somebody as well. Does circumference want to go? Maybe.
Sure.
Circumference, you're up.
Can I try and brawl with this troll and wrestle it into the fire, whatever embers are left glowing?
Yeah, we'll say the fire is this rock right here.
Yes, and he is on my list of people I hate, so I will use Unforgiving.
Nice. Now, do you want to try to grapple him? or there's shove.
Yes, I can. Yes.
So you can do a shove if you hit him with a melee attack and your strength damage bonus is equal to or higher than your opponent's damage bonus, which the troll technically doesn't have one. You can choose to shove the enemy up to 2 meters. In addition to doing damage, that doesn't count towards the enemy's movement. But monsters cannot shove or be shoved, so you couldn't shove him. But you can, if I can find grappling. Where is grappling? Special attacks, right there. If you want to try to grapple, it's an opposed roll between your brawling and the enemy's brawling. If your attempt fails, you fall to the ground. If it succeeds, both of you fall to the ground and the enemy is trapped in your grip. And then as long as you maintain your grip, the enemy can neither move nor perform any action that requires body movement except trying to break free. And this is an opposed roll between your brawling and the enemy's brawling. And then while maintaining your grip, you can't move or perform any action except for break, which is an unarmed attack with a boon that cannot be dodged or parried. So you succeed on a brawling. He needs to make a brawling. And his ability... So monsters have 15 for their ability. So he needs to beat a 6. Oh, and he does.
Oh.
So circumference, you will fall prone.
Well, I think that's only if I fail.
Which... So he succeeded? Because it's an opposed roll.
I know. I mean, if my brawling skill failed.
Let's reread that again and make sure. I don't think we've ever used this before. So if it's just as if your attempt fails, and the enemy did succeed. So I think that counts as an attempt. Not, it doesn't say if your roll fails, just if your attempt fails, you fall to the ground. So I think that is going to make you... I am going to roll that puts you on the ground, but you're not grappled, you're just prone. Which isn't great for you, but the troll has used all of his actions this round, so maybe it's not quite so bad. But great idea to try and get him into the fire. In fact, let me draw the fire on here, so we know right where it is. Using my best artistic ability. It looks like a Burger King crown. It is the fire, though.
I see it. A visual is...
Pippin
Smell the
Foxred.
char-grilled patty.
Pippin will run back to Mount Reynard, maybe?
Okay.
Is that an action, I assume?
Yep. You climb aboard Reynard. And then it's Reynard's turn, so do you want Reynard to run you somewhere? Like, as far away from here as you can get?
He actually is kind of going to move a little ways down this way.
Okay. Perfect. And Orla.
If she wants to switch from the crossbow to the bow, is that an action?
If you have the bow... Nope, you have your bow at hand already, so it's not doesn't cost an action.
Woo! The arrows that I bought, would they work on
Sure.
a bow
Absolutely.
too?
Yep.
Why not? Okay, she's gonna try to shoot a fire arrow at him, this time with a bow.
Okay.
Seeing is how she can do that. And then additional damage is 1d6.
1d6, yes.
Exactly.
Nice, that's a hit.
Whew.
Roll damage, and this is fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. The troll takes that, and that he seems to recoil a bit from that fire damage. You think that may have hurt him more than you would expect it to.
Ooh.
So in game terms, he will not regenerate hit points. Normally he would regenerate 2d4 hit points right now, but because he took fire damage in the last round, he will not regenerate.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't function at the start of the troll's next turn. So he goes now. This is bad because circumference is down on the ground. He's going to step forward and get Tev and circumference with this. This can be parried with a shield. Or it can be evaded if Tev wants to evade it.
Let's see.
Yes. Circumference parries with his longsword.
I suppose I do have a shield for him. It's probably better than getting hit by that attack.
Yeah. So if you
Alright.
click on your shield, it'll ask you, you can select
yeah.
parry.
It's not a very strong shield, better than nothing. Oh, yeah, it definitely doesn't help there.
Do you push that roll?
Yeah, he really doesn't want to get hit. Say he's definitely getting scared now. Nice.
Oof.
Love it. Love it.
Click on the mishap button.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll cut your hand off.
That makes
Ooh.
sense. Apparently I don't use this shield very well.
I'm gonna say that so you expose yourself to the enemy who gets a free attack that cannot be dodged or parried. So you're gonna get hit by this one, plus he's gonna do another attack.
Oh boy.
Which is rough.
Yes, it
The damage to well, I don't think it can damage Circumference's weapon. Nope. And then you're going to be hit, Tev, for 10 damage. I'm going to apply that to you. We see blood.
And I got 1 armor, so
you took
it helped
9.
a little.
Helped a little. Then the troll will do another attack, and this is on Tev. Ooh.
Oh yeah, it's a harsh attack.
The troll slams both fists into a foe, delivering 3d... Oh, this could kill you outright. 3d8 bludgeoning damage and knocking the victim prone. This cannot be parried. This can be guardianed if Circumference wants to guardian this.
Next to him.
And then Circumference, do you want to use defensive and parry it with your shield? Oh, sorry, this cannot be parried. Never mind.
Unless you have shield block, I guess.
Yeah,
Or
unless
is
you
it-
have shield block. Oh, there we go.
He's so equipped.
Nice. Lots of willpower, but go ahead and make a parry with your shield. This will probably save Tev's life.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a strong attack, 3d8.
Nice. This might break your shield. Your shield takes... Wow, so Tev, you would have taken 15 damage.
Yeah.
I think 15 is the durability of your shield circumference, so it's okay.
Just barely.
Yeah,
You
it
like
could-
take the whole hit.
Yep, it could take 15. It rocks that. So that wouldn't have killed Tev outright, but yeah, that would have definitely had you down and bleeding. Reynard's turn.
And he will trade with Circumference if you like.
Yeah, let's get Circumference up. Circumference, you stand up.
Just a second, I'm reading something.
That's unusual for Circumference.
I was gonna say Pippin seems shocked. Yeah.
It's like his circlet or whatever kicks in mid combat.
No, I
That
was
was just
seeing if,
easily-
yes, if I could use Dominate on this, but it can't be used on monsters.
Monsters, nope.
That makes sense.
So
Great idea,
instead, I'm going to... Can I still draw on willpower from my body to do something magical?
I think it's just if it's like a school of magic, or if it is something involving magic, then I'll say yes. Ooh, you take 7 damage.
Yes, just as much as I needed.
Are you summoning the genie?
Maybe.
Oh no! Okay.
Thank goodness there was no demon that would have killed me. But
Yeah.
yes, I call upon the magic of my ring.
Okay. And the genie instantly appears, arms outstretched, bowing low, and it's made of black smoke. Its eyes like red coals, and it says, "Master, what is your bidding?"
Yes, my most wonderful servant. I thank you for coming to my call. I hold you in the highest esteems. I ask you for a large request, but one I know that you will fill for me, for you are so very kind to me. Yes. I require a hammer that will deal damage, flame damage, a great mighty hammer, that I might defeat this foe.
What is your wish then? You wish for this hammer?
For this, a most mighty hammer that will deal flame damage.
The genie says, as you wish. You will find your hammer deep within the waters of a lake.
I knew I should have worded that better. Very well. You're dismissed, genie. I thank you.
And he vanishes. So there will be a hammer for you, but it's going to be at the bottom of a lake.
Great.
Orla.
Yeah, we're just gonna shoot it with a fire arrow. Oh yes, 1d6. Running out of fire arrows.
Nice, roll damage. Excellent, and he will not regenerate next round. The troll's turn. Foul stench. Constitution roll from... Does this get down to Pippin? Yes, this will get down to Pippin.
Oh,
But if Pippin
Just
wants to
barely.
make an evade roll, Pippin can move one square away.
Oh, yeah. All right. You just take sickly. Is the
Yep, just sickly.
Right, fair enough. We'll
he's
take
less experienced to be around circumference, I suppose.
Yeah, he's new to this. It helped earlier, but this was pretty bad.
Pippin, your turn.
And I guess Reynard goes next, so I'll just say that Reynard takes me up a little.
Yeah.
And we could trade, but you know.
Yeah, this is just as well.
Don't be a demon, is all I ask. Okay, it's not a demon. We will try to push this. Oh, jeez, I'm already pushed a lot.
Oh yeah, that's we.
This wound is bad.
Yeah.
There we go. Nice. And if you click on heal damage, does that apply to Tev? I think it lets you heal, but...
Oh, did that work? I right-clicked it and said update target, but that's all I could do.
Oh, I'll go ahead and heal Tev. There we go. Tev gets healed. And if you...
Sudden rush of energy.
Do you move away at all, Pippin?
Let's see. You got a couple meters left, I think.
You got like 2 more squares you can move.
Does yeah, we both do. Yeah, he'll move.
That's wise. Tev's been beaten up pretty bad as you've been seeing him being in range. Don't be within 2 squares.
Tev, your turn.
Oh my goodness. Well, I guess he will double his efforts. Not gonna do backstabbing because I could use that willpower later.
Yeah, you might need that for evading.
Yeah, but yeah, he will continue the attack.
Nice.
Right, it definitely does.
Ooh,
Oh,
good
10.
hit.
Good hit.
Ooh, troll it's getting low, and it will not regenerate this turn because of the fire arrows. Orla, you're up.
Oh, okay. We're just gonna fire arrow it again. Seems to be working.
Yep.
Like keeping it from regenerating health. That's great.
Oh yeah, it's a big deal.
Yes. Oh wait, I accidentally rolled it with a. Oh well. Whatever.
Ooh,
Nice.
this might do it, Orla. Yes. How do you
Wow.
take out the troll?
I think that was her second to last fire arrow. So I think she just kind of like, lets it loose, and we see the fire and the smoke kind of go through the sky, and I think it just gets it like right between the eyes. And then the whole thing bursts on flame.
It staggers backwards and falls to the ground, and you see it just twitching and writhing there while that arrow continues to smolder and burn. And give me a beast lore roll, Orla, with a boon.
Ooh. Beast lore with a boot.
You just learned something very valuable about troll lore. This sort of troll, you know it regenerates, but fire will cause it to not regenerate. And if it hits 0 hit points, or if it starts its the next turn at 0 hit points and it cannot regenerate, then it dies outright. Otherwise, if you had just taken it out with a regular arrow, when at start of its next turn, even though it's at 0, it would regenerate and attack. But because you had paused the regeneration, it dies outright.
Nice.
And so the troll is dead.
Ah, well done. I was nervous without my armor. I was sweating a bit, and Circumference will take his loincloth and kind of wipe the sweat off its brow.
Oh my.
Here, Pippin, you've got a little sweat on your brow as well. Pippin's got it.
I'm sparing us all.
Oh my gosh.
As you're looking over the body of this troll, as it begins to slowly turn into some sort of blackish green sludge and almost melt into the ground, the 3 elves return, panting. They say, "Oh, we were afraid of that. We saw the troll. We began to track it, but it was headed your way.
Thanks for the help.
I was worried we wouldn't arrive in time, but I'm glad you were able to deal with it yourselves. Are any of you wounded? Have you any need of care?"
Other than some rest, I'm exhausted.
It's a hard
Oh,
fight.
well, I've got a...
Injured? Yes.
Yes, I've got a bit of gout on my foot you could take a look at.
Ugh. Yes. And Radilla says to the other one, "You go take a look at that. You're the lowest on the lowest rank among us." And the elf walks over, and you see his shoulders sag as he looks dejectedly down at your foot. And the nails are yellow and brittle on the ends and beginning to curl under upon themselves like some sort of chicken talon. And he takes a look at your foot and says, "I don't think that's gout. I think you're just too heavy for your bone structure."
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, it wasn't a compliment, but very well. Good sir. Perhaps this will help. And he puts his hands carefully on your foot, and a little shudder of revulsion goes through him, and he begins to gently rub your arches with his thumbs. And all the while, he's got his eyes closed like he's imagining something far away from here, something much more pleasant than this.
Oh, you've just made this so much worse. Now he's going to expect that every night.
Well, it won't be from us. His boon companions can do that for him.
Yes, and where were you while we were fighting the trolls?
We had gone for a walk, and we heard rustling in the brush, and we thought perhaps it might be a bear or a great mountain cat, but then we saw troll tracks, and they were headed your direction, so we followed as swiftly as we could, hoping to catch the beast before it came upon you, but alas, we were too slow, I fear. I'm glad that none of you were irreparably harmed.
Yes, that is nice. Did you see anything interesting on your walk?
No, other than the troll tracks, although there was a strange chill in the air, as though something has happened. We fear that something has happened deep within the labyrinthine woods. Perhaps the Silveraxe bandits have done something which will prove to be worrisome to all of us. We had hoped to spend the evening with you, but we must make our way to our homeland of Ryotaisi and speak with the elders. You are welcome to visit us any time. You are friends to the elves.
Yes, thank you. I'm sure we'll meet again.
Yes. Now we will bid you safe parting, and they head off into the woods. Let's go back to our map. So they're heading over to Rio Taisi, which they indicated for you is in the woods. And you can finish your rest if all of you want to rest up and get well recovered.
Yes, summoning that genie is rather taxing on my mental capacity.
Now, looking at the map circumference, you only see one lake on the map. So if your hammer, if the genie put it somewhere nearby, it's probably in that lake. And there is some sort of structure on an island on the lake marked on the map. You don't know what that structure might be, but perhaps that's where you access it.
Yes, I've only ever used that genie in times of dire need. This being the second time, I'll have to word my wishes more carefully next time.
Next time, you're going to use it again?
Oh no.
Did you
Well,
say that it might kill you?
it's a very low chance, but it's a chance I'm willing to take.
Yeah.
Well, the mage did indicate there might be a number. Apparently, he hasn't hit that number.
Nope. But when he does, he'll know it.
If you want, Pippin, you can try it. You can wear the ring if you like and try it for once.
Oh, no. I haven't made it to be 9 years old by summoning genies.
True.
If you want to head out that morning to the ranch, we can do so. It'd be a bushcraft roll.
Oh yes.
Might as well make our way.
That's what we came out here for.
Along the way, Tev will thank Pippin for his being so small. He is apparently very adept at healing, and he appreciates it.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Oh, nature is a wonderful thing.
Nice. By about noon, we reach the Amethyst Lake Ranch. There's a stout dwarf here named Storg Taggart that runs the ranch. Let me type that out. And Storg Taggart, he's got 2 farm hands or ranch hands that are still there. Cavan and Turvis. And he, as you approach, you see this dwarf, hands on hips. He's wearing leather breeches with suspenders, his hair tied back, tied along his scalp. And he's yelling, "Cavan, Turvis, you're both worthless!" The buildings on the ranch are humble. There's Taggart's home, a small building for the ranch hands, not more than 2 rooms, and then a large barn full of hay. And as you get close, Taggart looks up and says, "If you're here for beef, I'm selling. If you're here looking for work, I'm hiring. What brings you here?"
Trolls.
Trolls. Yeah, I have a bit of a troll problem here.
Well, we have the best troll killer right here, this magnificent elf huntress, aren't you?
Yes, the best in the land.
Troll killer, you say? Well, I seem to have a problem with one. It attacks my cattle only at night. I'm sure you know that fire's the only way to put one down for good.
I do.
These lads here seem to think that it's keeping to the woods over there near the river. And he points over just to the west of the river. You can see some woods. They think that's where it's coming from. I think you might need some more help before you try to engage with the troll. These things are no joke, you know.
Oh, I know. We have just killed one. Freshly.
Well, maybe you killed the one that's been bothering me cattle. If that's the case, I'd be paying a reward. If
Ah, yes, a big green guy.
big green guy, but they're all like that, you know. Maybe
Oh.
maybe you go and check them woods. If you find that troll, you kill him. I mean, you find him, I'll give you 100 gold pieces. You catch him and kill him, I'll give you 1,000.
Oh, generous.
Elia's kind of desperate.
True.
Hey, you could throw in some apricot brandy and a haunch of beef.
Apricot brandy. I'm swimming in the stuff. I'll do it. And a haunch of beef. Well, me cows are rather precious to me. The troll's done made off with a few, but you get that troll, we'll have ourselves a right dwarven feast here at the ranch.
Now, Circumference, weren't you or some of us wanting to go for a swim first?
A swim?
Ah, yes. Circumference will tap his nose.
Yeah, be careful on that lake. Some time ago, I lost an important heirloom while out fishing on the lake. It was a locket that belonged to my late beloved wife, Brunhilda. I wore it every day since our uniting ceremony. That is, until it was stolen right off my neck by this fell creature that dwells in the lake. Some sort of attractive young woman set about to beguile me. And as I told her, no, I'm a faithful man to the memory of my wife, well, she got the better of me. If you can get that locket for me, I'll give you a bag of amethyst gems. It's got to be worth another 1,000.
And it's in the lake?
Well, I met them things while I was on the lake. There's an old shrine on the lake. You ask me, that's where they set up their home, was out there on that shrine. You go out there, maybe you find out what's going on here.
Could we borrow your boat?
Borrow my boat? Well, what if I had a mind to go fishing? I put my boat in the barn. If you want to use it, I guess I can rent it out to you for just not money. Maybe you help me out around the ranch. Their stalls need mucking out. What do you say? You muck out the stalls, I'll let you take the boat out.
Well, Pippin here did a good job on my chamber pot. I'm sure he could do a good job on your stalls, too.
He's too little to even hold the shovel.
Well, just watch this. He sweeps his arm.
Oh. Hey, you fancy work? I'll hire you long term, like. You want to stay here?
Oh, it's a generous offer. I'm happy to work while they're diving, but no, I have friends here.
Well, look, let's have lunch. The 5 of us. Never mind them 2 idiots over there. They got work to do, but let's have a little lunch, and then maybe you go find that troll, and then maybe you go get my locket back. And you walk away from here much richer and with my gratitude. Be it a deal.
Sure.
You sound convinced. Lunch it is. And he will take you back to the ranch house where he's got a large kettle of beans cooking. And there's a chunk of, looks like just a big glob of pork fat stewing in the beans. And he stirs it around and kind of breaks that chunk into a few pieces and then ladles out bowls for all of you. And the beans, they smell very fragrant. They're very greasy. He used a lot of pork fat in here, but the flavor is unmatched. And after a long day on the road, it really hits the spot. Do you all eat his beans?
Sure.
Yes, in fact.
yes.
Are there any chunks of grease floating around. Circumference will pick him up with his fingers and eat him.
Oh, aye, but I'll be fighting you for that big one there. There's a little tuft of hair stuck on that one.
Aye, I'll arm wrestle you for it.
Done. Give me a strength roll. I'm going to roll strength for him. He has a 14. You need to beat his 11. Oh, you're far too strong for me, good dwarf. I think you put your weight behind that one. I cannot lift you with one arm. You go on, have that choicest morsel. Poor old Storg here, he'll just settle for the dregs at the bottom.
Aye, I'll choke it down and I'll peel off a little piece. Here you go, Pippin. It's good for you. Make you grow big and strong.
Oh dear.
Did you eat it, Pippin?
Peer pressured. I think he would.
It is just straight fat, just hot grease in your mouth. You chew it, it instantly coats your tongue, the roof of your mouth, your teeth. Everything feels greasy. It has a lot of flavor. Very porky, bacony sort of smoked flavor. But the texture is just very off-putting. And you can immediately feel your digestive tract rebelling against this. Give me a constitution roll.
I don't think you're right about that, sir.
Yeah, you're going to be a little bit not sickly, but you'll be asking, "Where is the outhouse, sir?" Before too long. That grease will go right through you. And as you raise your hand to meekly inquire, is there a place I can go to have some privacy? That's where we will end the session. So let's go back to our landing page. Got a couple of good quests now. We got this troll problem, as well as the locket on the lake. There's this whole thing about Duard Silveraxe and the labyrinth. Are these elves? Do they mean us harm? Seems like strange how they wandered away and all of a sudden we get attacked by a troll, then they show up just at the end. And we'd heard rumors that they eat dwarves. They didn't seem to eat the dwarves, but their conversation was a little less than enthusiastic when they sounded like they wanted to join us around the fire for dinner. Let's go ahead and do some improvement rolls. So if everyone wants to take 5 in addition to any dragons or demons that were rolled, we can start with that. We've also discovered a little bit about the mage wants these strange crystals as well, something to keep an eye out, and it sounds like that might be a good help for Tev as well.
Yeah.
So, Tev, if you're ready to do your improvements, once you've chosen your 5 additional, you can go ahead and start those.
Yeah, and then I just noticed, I'm not sure how it's there, and I'm not going to click it, but I have an up arrow on axes for weapon skills, which I've never used, so I'm not sure how that happened, but...
You know what? Go ahead and click it. It's probably there for some reason.
Yeah, I was confused. I looked at it, it's why is there an arrow there?
I've never touched an axe in my life.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll try. It's like a low thing, so not the end of the world either way. It's just really funny to see.
Right. Well, you're a little better with axes now.
I'm a little bit with axes. Might as well get the evade roll since I used evade a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Session.
I thought that was going to hit the 18. Darn it.
All right. And then we'll chip away at the usual suspects.
And... missed it by 1. Oh, you got your score. Missed that one by 1. There we go. Sneaking went up. You did sneak successfully.
Yes.
Oh, shoot. Come on, knives.
And yep, knives. Last one. That's right.
So you got... nice.
Yeah.
Axes, sneaking, and knives went up. Very good. Let's go to Pippin Foxfriend. Now, Pippin, you have this tablet. Do you want to use an improvement for animism to try to learn Dispel? Or do you want to try to improve animism?
That is true. He did roll a dragon in animism, but at the same time, this will be way better. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do.
So that's a languages roll to read the tablet.
He's decent at it, but I've been rolling question with. There you go.
Nice, got it. I will drop Dispel on your character sheet.
That can change things, definitely. Yeah.
Absolutely. Nice. That showed up on there. Perfect. And then if you want to do the rest of your skill rolls.
Awareness. No, not quite. His 8 would be good. No, not quite.
Oh, rats. Shouldn't say rats. They're probably cousins of yours.
It says in the book, if you call a mousekin a rat, it's like a duel to the death level. Like insult. You do not do it lightly. Yes.
Oh man, have you gotten none?
Yeah, there you go. No.
Wow.
Well, he had quite a decent go tonight, but
you did learn a spell which will prove very useful, I'm
I mean,
sure.
that changes for the the rest of his existence, so that's
yeah.
more useful.
Yeah. Circumference. I don't think you rolled a dragon or a demon, did you?
No, not today.
Myths and legends went up. Persuasion went up. Oh, no. That's not what we want for brawling. Oh, that's better. For hammers goes to 16. 2 off of maxing that out. So a couple of good ones. Hammers, persuasion, and myths and legends.
Yes, and that's all for circumference.
How about Orla?
Yes.
Thank goodness you bought those arrows of fire.
Right?
Bartering goes up. They came through big. And beast lore goes up. You did learn about trolls. But not your bushcraft. You've been very successful with bushcraft, setting up the camps and guiding us. Myths and legends goes up. Oh, bows goes up. Nice.
Yay.
To 15. And now crossbows. It'd be nice if this one goes up too.
Yes, that was so sad.
Oh, rats. Darn it. Still, good improvements all around. Pippin kind of got the short end of the stick, but you did learn Dispel, which can be super, super useful. Any questions about kind of the Gemthrone Wilderness, sort of what we're doing? Again, this is a sandbox. There's a lot of different things you can do. Some things you can skip. Some things you can pick what you want to do. We'll kind of change the adventure and tailor it, just like I did with Through the Valley of the Sphinx. I actually changed a lot of that. Some of it on the very last session I made changes, but as well as kind of focusing on the things that you guys seem interested in following. Any questions about the plot points so far, or the quest that we've been given?
I don't think so.
It's pretty straightforward to this point, so excellent.
No question, but I just wanted to confirm between myself and Circumference if we were splitting halfway on the wagon and the donkeys to make sure the gold gets accounted for. Or if I'm just paying it out right.
Yes, we can split it halfway.
Perfect.
That sounds like a fair deal.
Yeah, so it was like 55, so I guess I'll pay the 1 gold up. Cool,
Sure.
That's what I wanted to confirm.
I'm sure Circumference will let you pay that extra gold, too. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. I'll get this uploaded post-haste and send you the link, and then I will see you all next weekend. And hopefully Jessica will be feeling well, and we'll have Chrisanna with us as we go after the troll, which now we know trolls are a little tough. That could have turned out really poorly, as well as seeing if we can find this locket for Mr. Taggart.